welcome to Free Cheese, episode 253. I'm your Joe Dix, joined by Ben Barrett.
Duh.
Marc Augustiniak.
Hey.
Matt Zellner.
Hello.
The Free Cheese, a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com.
Why'd you question that?
I don't know.
Make it dramatic.
I don't know.
Adds a little suspense.
Look, it's been a long summer. I'm about ready for it to be
No, it's not.
over.
It's been like 4 days.
Yeah, it's too long.
At least it's not hot and humid outside.
I'm all
you know?
down for 500 days of summer, if you know what I
No,
mean.
no, I know what you mean.
I know how
One-
that ends. I'm ready for autumn. That's what that meant.
It is a good movie.
News too.
Yeah, but that's not what he meant. He meant he wants it to be this bullshit humidity bug fest, sweat nightmare. Oh, everything's claiming. How many? I feel like every episode of the podcast for the next 16 weeks is just going to be bitching about heat.
But like I said, dude, every time we talk about it, look at what you're wearing.
Fucking black jeans.
When we went to Brew at the Zoo, all of us were like fitted for. Hey,
Well, no,
the
not
sun's
Marc.
gonna
Marc
be-
had
Marc,
that
we're
hoodie.
It was a sleeveless hoodie, and
It was sleeveless, so I gave him that part. So, but you had long
You would
black
wear that in the
jeans
desert.
on,
Yes.
a beard.
Yes.
Let's be honest, beards are dope, but that's gonna have like at least 40 degrees of hotness on your face, like that beard sweat gunk.
It doesn't get that hot though.
I feel like it. Yeah, because I can see you. I'm Greek, so mine is just basically puke
Oh,
fro,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
extra hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should grow it out fully.
Yeah, we'll see how it looks.
With a mullet.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's coming back.
Fuck. That's the best day of my life. That was like.
If we had the radio guy with the sound effects, just be blast beats right now.
Oh my god. How y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Great.
Good week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all weren't here last week.
What happened
you don't
last
know that.
week?
We were hiding in the closet.
That's true. I don't remember.
That was a good episode, especially
You-
at the time when Matt was
was-
like
It was just post E3.
just screaming.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Killed everybody's
Yeah.
eardrums.
Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot, man. Very excited.
No, I think you had a
I
show.
did something, yeah.
And you had a baby shower. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
Dang, congrats.
Thanks, yo.
Yeah.
When are you due?
Yesterday.
2 days ago.
So how are y'all feeling post E3?
Resident Evil,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just Resident Evil, everything.
That's a mood. That's a fair mood.
Yeah.
As if my shirt doesn't scream it.
It's yeah.
Oh yeah, you
I
are
get
wearing
it.
that.
I get it. Anything stand out? Resident Evil. Never mind. Sorry, you already answered
I
that
mean, because
question.
even
That's
like
it.
Doom 2 got announced,
Yeah.
and I'm still more excited for Resident Evil 2
It's
remake.
because they showed more, and it's tangible.
Right. Doom 2. Like
Yeah,
we'll
you
find
had,
out
like,
at QuakeCon, but otherwise,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's go to QuakeCon.
dude.
I have a feeling that wouldn't smell as bad.
as
Oh.
Manifest.
You know what I mean?
It's going to smell bad.
I don't know, because QuakeCon now, it's like a bunch of old dudes.
Yeah.
They have kids.
Can we go next year? Like
That's what
this
I'm
year is
saying,
not going to
dude.
happen, but we should go next
When it's
year.
Quake, I have a feeling it's like
August. It is
Yeah.
August.
Hmm.
Which,
That might interfere with TI.
yeah, we'll go to QuakeCon. We'll be fine.
But yeah, I feel like that wouldn't smell as bad. Because it's a bunch of older dudes. They get it.
I guess it depends on the area.
I don't
of
think
the
they
room.
do.
If there's if the room is tall enough to where the air can circulate a little better, then maybe we don't have to smell it as much. You know, I don't know.
Remember
Smell it,
before
smells
the
bad.
podcast you were talking about having that fighting game list? We should have the smelliest con list.
Oh, we could build that.
No, we can do something like diners, drive-ins, and dives, but we just
Just
go and
smell.
rate
Just
conventions.
slap the sign, baby.
God damn it.
Diners, drive-ins, and dive kicks.
Today we're
So-
rolling
There
out.
it is. There it is.
Magfest.
There it is.
Oh man.
There it is.
We're rolling out the E3. Oh, man. I'll frost my tips.
We'll
I'll be there.
we're gonna do QuakeCon next year.
I'm down.
Yeah.
That'll be so much fun.
Let's do it. I was gonna do it this year. Okay, but I was gonna do it. I mean, like, it's the first time in years where I actually like looked up plane ticket prices.
So you're heavily considering.
Right.
Yeah.
It
It's in
wasn't.
Texas, right? Or
Yeah.
Vegas. I want to say Texas.
Probably Texas. Texas.
You know, but now that you say Vegas, I feel like it might be Vegas. No,
Wait,
it's
what?
Maybe
I'm
it
sorry.
flops.
I'd like,
QuakeCon, Donde está?
I thought it was in Texas.
That's what I don't know.
Isn't it like in Austin? Because isn't
That
doesn't,
makes
like,
sense.
Isn't like
Id's
Id
there.
and yeah.
Not Quake Dawn.
I hope that's somebody's Steam name.
It has to.
QuakeCon is.
It's gonna be mine tomorrow.
Hold on, I have to fucking enter my birth date to find out when QuakeCon is. and where it is.
Excuse me.
Jesus.
Did you just look, I hope you just like looked up when is QuakeCon. You didn't
No,
like go to like QuakeCon.com.
I went to
Come
QuakeCon.org.
on, dude.
I'm surprised they're not Quake.con.
It's at the Gaylord Texan, so I'm assuming that
That
is
has to-
Texas.
Great, another
Unless-
Gaylord. It's great.
Yeah, another. It smells.
Good
it
luck.
smells.
Good
it
luck
smells.
getting a hotel
It
room.
smells.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
good luck.
For those not aware, Gaylord is the Magfest.
Yeah, whenever you walk through a Gaylord, I wonder, where are the rooms? Because all this bullshit all over the place.
Yep.
Where the fuck do you stay? No wonder there's no rooms. There's like probably 5 rooms in the whole
Dallas, Texas.
thing. Dallas.
There you go. Christ,
Tell you what.
took way too long.
Get some good steaks.
I assume.
There you are.
Oh yeah.
That's the cows run away.
I do. I want to eat.
Is this a Checkers commercial?
I don't know what.
We have coffee mugs, so you obviously have the money for food.
Solid gold.
Nobody gets
Yeah.
that.
I'm sorry. All these years I've just been drinking coffee with my hands.
Ben, I have a question to ask you.
Yeah, what's up? I'm nervous.
Have you heard of a band named Slayer?
Nah, inform me.
So, is a band that plays heavy metal music, and they're dope. So, ever since Bethesda's conference, I've been on this Andrew WK kick, which has led into this Slayer kick.
Yes.
I've never listened to Slayer before, like starting 2 weeks ago. And now it's Andrew WK Slayer nonstop whenever music is on around me.
Yes.
What's your favorite Slayer album?
You see, I don't go through the albums. Like, I haven't really sat down to just, like, listen to Slayer.
Okay.
It's just Slayer radio station or Slayer, like, songs in the car, shuffle. And then I don't even have, like, song names because I'm in the car most of the time I listen to it. And I'm just like, oh. One that rings a bell is called Disciple. And at some point, they just yell. That's it. That's it. As soon as that came up, I'm making a good life decision here.
That song, Disciple, that album came out on 9/11.
Oh.
Because obviously they didn't know there was going to be a terrorist attack.
Right.
But they were like, fucking God hates us all, man. Shoot.
Ooh,
so they
shit.
released it then, and they were like, oh, all right. We were,
Sorry.
on point a little
Can't
bit.
take
kinda.
it back.
Yeah.
Can't
Speaking
take
of
it back.
Slayer, you haven't talked about Slayer on the podcast since you went and saw him, right?
Yeah. Did
Or
I?
Did you?
I thought I did. I mean, it was a great concert.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
I haven't
no,
been
no, no,
on.
No,
You
that
guys
was
not
when,
been on air.
No, it wasn't on air because that was when it was E3.
Yeah.
And I was just talking about it. Okay, so other than the time when the dude puked on my chair, probably the most
Did
Slayer
you tell that
moment-
on air?
No, I didn't tell it. Should I tell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Lamb of God is about to go on. I've already seen Lamb of God. I don't really care about Lamb of God too much. So me and my friend were out. We were like, all right, this can be a good beer break. And the people behind us, they were a friend of a friend. So
Right.
I see the one dude, and I had recognized him when we came in because we totally did the whole heavy metal parking lot when we rolled up. Like trunks open, crack open some Coors Light,
Break bottles.
break bottles, let's
Silver
fucking
bullet.
drink some bullets with some heavy metal,
Hell
and
yeah.
he rolls up and he's like, dude, I already downed a whole fifth of whiskey. I'm like, this dude is in bad shape.
Oh, shit.
And he's already, like, he comes up and he's still ripping shots and stuff. I'm like,
Was this
that's not how you do
outside
it.
or inside?
Outside. It's at
So-
Jiffy Lube.
Oh,
Used to be
okay,
Nissan
yeah.
Pavilion.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lamb of God's about to go on. Me and my friend go for a beer break. And then I turn around and that same dude is just sitting there, like, comatose. Like, he's in another dimension.
Oh, boy.
Like, not even eyes closed. He's just, like, just staring.
Oh,
Yes.
And then
Yes.
I'm like, I have a feeling I'm going to come back and it's not going to be good because he's directly behind me.
yeah, his cheeks are sweating on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Slayer is legit about to go on and because we had like the set times, it's like 5 minutes till Slayer. So we get there and everybody's getting stoked. Random people are just yelling Slayer. Great time. And then I get to my seat and it's just that smell.
Oh, God.
That smell because this dude was older, so he was like dad puke. All day, didn't eat nothing, just
And it
pure
was summer,
bile.
so it smelled
And it was
really good.
summer,
Yeah.
and it was raining, so it was humid and sticky. And it's just all over my seat and the floor. I'm like, I'm not
Great.
cool. So I'm
everybody's
sitting there. I have to like part my legs, like I'm standing over a river.
God
And then
damn.
the funny part was the random dude came up to him and he was like, "Buddy, dude, you got to drink milk."
I forgot about that part.
All right, y'all do it weird
man.
down here. But yeah, that was. I mean, it was still a great show. And the other extremely Slayer moment was, the bathroom there, which is horrible, as you can imagine.
Sure. Yeah.
It was like boardwalk bathroom times 10.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Like it was just dirt, wet mud all over the floor because it was raining. So people were just bringing in it was an outdoor venue.
I keep forgetting it's an outdoor venue.
Yeah.
So I'm picturing it's just like this nice concert hall. It's just like where did this shit come from?
no.
Well, you know, Slayer fans, they come from
And
the
like,
woods.
the best way I can describe it is it looks like a scene from like Doom 3. Like you go in this bathroom, there's like a light flickering, and it's a big bathroom, but for some reason why, I guess the power went out for a little bit, and there's like just a couple lights that are flickering.
Fuck.
And a bunch of like, because it's a Slayer
Demons.
concert, so it's a
Yeah.
bunch of old dudes drunk out of their
Demons.
mind.
Long fucking hair.
Long hair,
Yeah.
sweaty as hell because it's fucking hot. And there is, for some reason why, there's a urinal, and it's just fountain of bathroom water. And there's just puddle of like bathroom water on the floor. And there's this dude that sees it, he's like, "We're all going to hell, guys! Fucking Slayer!" And everybody's just screaming Slayer. It's like, yeah! It's like, oh, it was great.
I want to know the story of how that urinal ended up like that. Like
honestly
some
couldn't
dude
tell
just beating it until it broke.
I couldn't tell you,
Like,
dude.
someone. It didn't. You didn't just walk into that bathroom and it just went off.
And
Like,
no, I don't. I legit don't know.
Someone made that happen.
Yeah, but it was great. You know, just puddles everywhere, just piss water. It
That's
was,
fucking dope.
yeah, it was great.
Oh my God.
Huh.
Friggin' blood! He's just beat on the head.
That's, I imagine he's doing it with his face. Like he's just
Andrew WK style.
Yeah, he's just bashing his face into the fucking flusher. You don't see that shit at Justin Bieber concert. Maybe you do. I don't know.
Some little girl, some 8-year-old that can't spell penguin.
God damn.
What was there a Slayer CD that where the art on the disc was just all black? That had like the lettering also in black, kind of like on top of it. or
Oh,
anything?
like an old comic book from the 90s?
Yeah.
There was the Undisputed Attitude album, which was a bunch of like covers. That was the only one I can really think of that was all black.
Undisputed. That sounds like a wrestling thing.
Probably was.
I don't know what it is then, because I remember one time when I was walking home from my job when I used to work at GameStop, there was a CD out in the middle of like the grass patch of a meeting between the roads, and I went to go pick it up because I saw it at a CD player, and because I couldn't read what it was exactly, so when I played it, Rain and Blood was on that CD, so I guessing it was a Slayer CD.
You know what it could have been? It could have been because they were with, I think they were called American Records, and that record label, for some reason why, all their CDs had that weird, like, it was black on black.
Yeah.
And then it had, like, the band name. It kind of like a retro look to it. Like, I think even System of a Down was on it briefly,
I
and it
thought
the
there
same
was
thing.
some sort of, like,
Because my actual
pentagram
Rain,
type design on it.
well, my actual Rain and Blood CD, it's like that. It's like what you said. It's the black on black, like a little bit like subtle gray tones or whatever, and it's just a Slayer and then Rain and Blood. So that could be it. It could just be
It was
the
like
CD
super
itself.
scratched, but it worked fine. I was like, hey, and what's sad is because like that was around the time when Guitar Hero 3 came out, and that song was in Guitar Hero 3.
Oh, yeah, it
and
was.
that was like one of my favorite songs to play, even though I was really terrible at it. But and then I find that CD, I'm like, what is it going on?
Did they ever
Demons
put that
are
out
going-
on Rock Band?
Slayer?
Raining any Slayer, but just
It could
Maybe.
have been like a DLC thing when you like Rock Band had that thing where you go on the market and buy like shit.
Probably they have like whole Metallica albums
Yeah.
on there.
hell
so.
yeah.
Dude, I played Rain and Blood so much. I 5-starred that song.
I could not do that
dude.
intro, which is
Yeah, that intro was tough, dude.
I never played it. Did y'all play any video games this week? Matt?
Yes. All right, you all got to do me a favor.
Yeah.
I'm going to try my best not to escalate. I'm going
Okay.
to try to stay level-headed throughout this entire conversation. Because there's both positives and negatives. Let me start with Dota.
Okay.
No, seriously though, Mario Tennis.
Mario Tennis is a game that is out.
Out now. It came out on Friday. $60.
Mario Tennis Aces.
Correct. Yes. I gotta drink up before I get into this.
Take your time.
I don't know where to start with this game. I've never.
What do you like about it?
I was gonna start off with this. I've never anticipated a game as much as I have with this. Like starting with like when it was announced, the demo. all that stuff, and then kind of go into it and just have parts that I absolutely adore and love that actually keep me coming back to the game, and then parts that are just absolutely horrid and horrific that make me throw a controller against across the room. So let's start with what I like. Actually playing the game. Once I'm in a match, granted if it's a good connection or against the computer or whatever, I really like the tennis mechanics they put into it. I really like that meter thing that they put in there with the jump shot and star shots, the ability to slow down time if you're trying to get across the court. It really does, in a way, make it feel like a fighting game with meter involved. There are times where there's points that maybe aren't so crucial to me that are crucial to the other opponent, that they'll burn their meter and they'll put all this meter into one specific shot just to win a point. I'll let them have it so I can have the meter advantage. There's a lot of strategy with that. There are the simple rules that kind of throws away the meter thing. You're just looking for more straightforward tennis. I dabble with that a little bit. That is what it is. But I did not expect this, but I actually like playing with the star power and the meter stuff a lot better than the standard rules. So kind of going from there. It's just that game is very fast. It's very fluid. It does control well, especially if you have a good connection. It's just once you get past playing the game, there's not much more to it. There's a severe lack of modes here, in my opinion, or at least like modes that make you feel gratified or like make you feel like you want to keep playing.
There's no like sense of progression. Is that's
the issue, and it goes with both single player and online, in my opinion. The single player stuff, I will say this: I haven't really dived into the adventure stuff. That's not the main reason I got the game, but I'll eventually get there. I'll probably play it this week, coming up. But it's whatever. It's a typical Mario story. There's a cursed racket. Luigi touched it, and then all hell breaks loose.
Got it.
Mario's trying to find his friends.
Makes sense.
Great. Typical. It's a typical Mario story. I played the first thing of that. It was like a tutorial thing for the game almost. So I'm sure the first couple levels are going into that. But I hope like the challenge kind of ramps up a little bit. Other single player stuff, I figured it would be in here. It's the single player like tournament cups. It's the mushroom, the flower, and the star cup.
Just against AI?
It's just against AI. It's a 3-round tournament each. The mushroom one's all one set, and then the flower and star cups, the semifinals and finals, are the best of 3 sets. However, winning them, you could look at my game and you wouldn't even know if I won, didn't win, if I'd even try it.
Oh wow!
I beat all 3.
Yeah.
I figured I would get something. When I didn't get anything after the mushroom cup, I was like, oh, that's weird. I didn't get anything after the flower cup. And I was like, well, maybe after the star cup, like maybe like a hard version, or because there was some games that were kind of tough depending on the matchup. But
what do you think about like Mario Kart? You advance, like you unlock 200 seat. Well, I guess deluxe they've got it all, but like, you know what I mean. There's different.
Yeah, but even with the deluxe, you were still like getting accessories for the cars.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I was gonna bring that up too because I've been playing ARMS a bunch, and in ARMS, like you're getting little coins so you can buy other ARMS to swap in and out. And now when that wasn't enough, after feedback, they added in the whole like gallery section. So now you can go in and you can buy. It's fucking art. You know what I mean? It's just like clip art.
But it's something.
But it's something. Yeah. It's like something I'm actively working toward. And some of the art, while it's nice to just have like a bunch of cool pictures of Twin Tail, it's also neat because like 15 of the little things you buy are actually lore about the game. Or the whole like whatever. So like it's a neat thing. Like I want to keep playing it. Like I've been playing a bunch of that all week long because I'm like, oh, if I just do a couple, maybe I can go grab whatever.
Yeah, and that's like that Destiny draw, right? Because I have been playing the Iron Banner all week, and it's not like I'm jumping in for 4 hours at a time. I'm going in for an hour, doing the daily challenges, checking in with the Traveler, then I'm playing something else.
Right, yeah. But you've got that like, I'm getting an engram, I'm getting a thing, or
I may have
whatever.
gotten a legendary mod that I might need down the road or whatever.
Sure.
So but with this there's just nothing. And
no trophy? No hey, you've completed this 17 times, here's 17 little gold.
You could honestly go into my tournament, and the only thing that says that I played some of the tournaments is the fact that the Flower Cup and the Star Cup are unlocked. But even if you press on it, you don't even see a trophy. The only thing you see is a little crown next to the person that you beat it with. So if Mario is the first, Mario's always the first character. It's always in the character select.
Right.
I didn't beat it with Mario. You would never know that I completed this thing. Wow. It would take you going to Peach to see that. Oh, I beat it with Peach.
Yeah, there should be something because we were talking about this. Like, did they add anything to the Switch app? Did you look?
No, it's not even on the Switch app yet. Because I was looking. I looked. I was like, you gotta give me something. You gotta give me something. And there's not even, unless the Switch app updated since then. I'll double check now. But
I mean, I was on it yesterday. It didn't pop for me, but I also don't have the game, so I don't know how that works.
I'm checking now, and I still don't have anything.
Yeah.
It's just Splatoon. So, yeah, it's like, and that's fine because maybe for you like that, because I know you're not going to be the big online person. I got it thinking like online was going to be the way I was going to play anyway.
So yeah, you've been doing that.
So yeah, it's still the tournament style of that beta or demo, whatever you want to call that, where like you go through a bracket and then you keep facing other opponents that are in that round of the tournament. And that's fine. I'm cool with that, and like it tracks your overall wins, overall losses, your overall tournament wins if you have some wins. And then every time you win, or even if you lose, if you won some points, you get some kind of like point total. And it just keeps adding up. It doesn't add or subtract. It just keeps adding. This is where my gripe comes in. When it comes to rankings, I thought I was doing pretty well like my first night, or at least starting off. And I was looking at I went to the rankings. And I don't have any other friends on my Switch that are playing it right now, so it's just me on the friends leaderboards. But when I go to worldwide or nation, right away, it's these dudes that have been playing all day while I was at work with 17,000 points already with over 200 wins, and I'm just buried at the bottom with 10,000. And that's the only ranking system there is. There's not even I feel like with Rocket League, I know I'm never going to be the best at Rocket League.
Right.
But I have something to try to fight for, to try to stay in the platinum ranking and not fall back to gold, or a Street Fighter. Ben, I'm sure you're never gonna be Evo champion.
Oh, of course not. Yeah.
But you're trying to fight to get out of the bronze section, right? It gives you something to go for.
This is just a number.
It's just a number, and
there's no levels. There's no gold, bronze.
Mm-mm. The only thing it really tracks is tournament wins.
It's just that seems outdated at this point. With the number of you just named two, right? But the number of games where there are these progression based things where you're not getting anything, but you're still getting something. That's a weird. And
then the weird and fucked up thing about this, despite those issues, I keep coming back to it because the feeling I'm winning a tournament is amazing.
Yeah, but I
won 3.
When I opened my phone last night and opened our text thread, and from the top to the bottom of my phone was you. I did not expect to wake up this morning, or I think it was the middle of the night last night, and still see you playing it after seeing all. I was like, holy shit, he's fucking pissed. And then you were still playing the fucking game. So it says something, but also I wonder how long it lasts.
That's the thing. I'm gonna get burned out of it. It's probably gonna be next week, and I don't see me probably playing it much after that, especially when the Nintendo Online stuff kicks in.
Yeah.
So there's not a game right now that has me convinced that maybe we got into Splatoon again, but right now there's not a game on Nintendo's platform until December that I want that online service for.
So what about rackets?
There's nothing. I
thought you can collect rackets or something.
There is nothing customizable about this. You're not unlocking anything. It's just
seems like a simple arcadey kind of game.
You pick a character who has a trait.
Yeah.
And this fucking, of course, Boo is everywhere online.
Yeah.
There's a meta. There's a meta for Mario Tennis. Think about
that. That makes sense.
No.
No, I get that. I kind of want there to be one.
I brought my Switch. You go into that tournament mode and try not to run into a goddamn fucking Boo and not get frustrated at the fact that his slice curves all the way across the goddamn court.
Yeah, no, they need to nerf him, right? But I like that. I liked it. Okay, I like the idea of Mario Tennis becoming more like something like Splatoon, right? Where there is balance and tweaks that happen week after week where they're like, oh shit, Boo's got to get cut and we need to buff so-and-so. That is a cool thing to me if they keep up with it. I don't know what Camelot's long-term development plans are for this game.
I can see them doing an update at some point because apparently since yesterday, websites have been acknowledging this. Like, it has blown up. Like, people have been trying to refund the game. People have been very vocal about their opinions, and they all sound like Matt.
I didn't see as many like Matt. I saw more saying that adventure mode was too short, and that's why people wanted.
No, there were like, like it belittles like the mental warfare when you're playing against other people. Like, it does all these things that it's just so wrong. And it's like they just don't want to play it anymore.
Yeah, the other night,
and like, Nintendo's going to notice that. They have to.
Yeah, no.
Is it? I don't know. Maybe I don't even know the fucking word for it, but it's kind of weird because you have not bringing PC into it. You have Xbox, great online, PlayStation, great. I mean, as many times we've complained about, it's still great online.
I haven't even gotten there yet. What I'm talking about now is the software. Like
no, but I mean I'm talking about the titles that are on the console. Like you have Call of Duty, Battlefield, and they have everything that sounds like Matt wants out of this. But isn't it weird that like almost all of the Nintendo-based online games are like, when you compare them to like nowadays games online, they're like in the Stone Age.
Yeah, you're always making a compromise.
And the shit they kind of make, like the attempts they do, it's just like, why? What's going on here?
I have to applaud Splatoon, but even Splatoon, like I have to applaud it for Nintendo, right? But even Splatoon is so behind what everyone else is doing.
And you're wondering why they're so behind. I mean, all these games are out there. You can at least take some kind of inspiration from them. I'm not saying to make Call of Duty into Splatoon,
but like
for some shit.
Mario Kart might be their best thing.
Mario Kart,
yeah.
No, I think Splatoon's still the better one. But it's just the friends things there, which you can eventually get there, but it's still annoying. But like at least with Splatoon, I can still play that even by myself. There's a whole mode dedicated to just by myself where I probably will never get the X ranking. Right. But dude, it does feel good to like get into the A's and try to stay in there.
Yeah,
Maybe almost get to that S ranking in one of the things.
Sure, if you're playing by yourself, but if one of you isn't ranked, like, good fucking luck.
Yeah, well, that part sucks, and I've gone into detail myself about that. So
that was the only thing. Where I was just saying the Mario Party just has it more convenient because it's just right there.
Join
your friends, boom.
So then that leads me into the connection issues that I keep running into. Like, so Mario Party, I was the impatient asshole the first night.
Mario Party?
Sorry, Mario Tennis. I'm not. Don't get your hopes up. Mario Tennis. I was the impatient one. When you match up with someone, it gives you 10 seconds, and there's a little connection status, and it tells you what your connection somewhat looks like. Mm-hmm. I was the person I thought like yellow to like the first blue one would be fine. It's not. And when the game is laggy, it's infuriating. You throw off your timing. It just sucks. So that was my issue with it. The first night. If you wait and are patient and look for a good connection, yes, it might take another 30 seconds to a minute or whatever, but the ultimate enjoyment of that match is worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
And it always makes me happy when I see Boo pop up with a bad connection because I know deep down inside I'm not canceling the match to get out of the Boo. Yeah. I'm canceling it because I know that game will be even more infuriating with the bad connection. And so, like, that's partially my fault that I was queuing into bad connections, and it does give you that 10, and it's 10 seconds, and you both don't even confirm. It's you wait 10 seconds, you look at the connection, and at any time, like you see it kind of like dip sometimes or go up, maybe whatever. You kind of get a good average in that 10 seconds, and at second, with 1 second left, you can cancel out. Like you can sit there the entire time and see if it's going to work out or not. So yes, they have that parameter in there, but I feel like I'm matching up too much. At least first matchmaking opponent is like red connection. Like I feel like I'm just getting that too much. At least initially, I don't know. Maybe that's a networking thing, and I'm not the networking person. I will never be.
There's
able to
so much
that.
with networking. Like there's. You think I don't even.
But
know.
I will applaud them that they give you that 10-second thing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
to see.
Yeah, because I didn't know if because does everybody just start off red and then within a few seconds it just starts to move up?
It depends. I've seen it like stay blue, go yellow, but then like go stay in blue for the last 8 seconds, which I'm like, well, like I guess initial whatever was bad, and then I've even seen it start red or no bars, and then with that 7 seconds shoot up to full blue and just stay there because I'm right there on B ready to go if it drops down any and it stays, and they're usually fine games. So I mean that works, but I just feel like I'm matching too much with the bad connections.
hopefully that's something. I mean, like this is first weekend, so maybe they have to see this kind of stuff happening, right? You think about like how many metrics they're probably tracking. They have to see how many disconnects, how many whatever.
And it may be like maybe it's a lot of like maybe their service is crowded that first weekend. Maybe that's part of it. Like I don't know. I don't know if it's host related or if it's dedicated server. I don't know how Nintendo's doing that. They didn't really come out. I'm assuming it's a host thing, but
yeah, it's usually.
But
this is also Camelot too, so it's a weird like. They are a developer who works with Nintendo, but it is not Nintendo internal.
It's like a second party game. Yeah. But all that is fine and dandy, and you can see where like I like playing this game, but also see me not sticking around for very long. There's one thing though that absolutely kills me.
Lean back.
Playing this game, and it's motion controls. I have gone through every main menu to make sure the gyroscope control for the star shot, jump shot thing is turned off. However, there are times when I'm in games that the gyroscope is on.
That's so weird.
And I have a theory, but it's dumb. I have a feeling that if one of the opponents has a gyroscope control on,
that it defaults it back to
default. It defaults it to where everyone has a gyroscope control.
That would make... That's not a far-fetched theory, knowing how they've done
it's
things.
like the opposite of what Injustice did with the gear, right? If one of you opted out for having a fair thing, you both
opt out. Mm-hmm. This, if someone opts in, it auto-opts in. Ugh.
Yes, and that's not an issue because at this point, I've kind of gotten used to it, right?
Sure.
The thing is, though, there's no feedback to tell you until you do your first star shot or whatever that it is on or off. And every fucking time it's on, I hit it out. The first time, at least. And maybe even the second time because I forget. Because it's weird. It goes from game to game. And, like, the first time I line up and my main, Waluigi, the guy, I got to give him respect. He's not in the upcoming port of Smash Brothers.
But... he made it into Mario Tennis where he started.
Yeah, But yeah, every time I go to fucking line up the jump shot, I'm like holding my breath, like with my Pro Controller, hoping to God that the gyroscope is not on. And as soon as it's like still, I'm like, oh, cool. Click, click, boom. And then, I make my shot.
That's such a bummer.
Even if I had the indication that like, hey, gyroscopes are on. Like, I can live with that. I need something besides that first time I go for it, holding my breath. Like, are they on or are they not? I don't know. And then and gyroscope is on by default. That's something you have to turn off, which is fine. But I'm now relying on my opponent to turn it off, which
that's not good.
I don't know, and there's no feedback or any kind of indication that they have them on until I do that first shot. Which is infuriating. Especially that first night when I didn't realize like the trend or the pattern. But I feel like I try to do some searching on the webs and no one really said anything about it yet. I'm just thinking maybe it's early that no one's caught on, but that's my theory.
I've been watching a couple threads just to see what else people are like, if they're running into, if they're finding solutions, because you should get that email in about a week. Thank you for purchasing Mario Tennis Aces. Would you like to complete a survey? So
whoops.
Can't wait.
So, did anybody else play it or buy it?
No, because I've
only played a demo.
I did that like tournament thing, and I was like, oh, I'm not good at this game. And then I was gonna buy it, and then I was like, well, I want to get through Splatoon stuff first before I jump into this. And I was gonna buy it like Friday night, and then hearing him, I was like, I'm gonna wait.
Because I played it a lot. About 4 hours worth. 3 or 4 hours worth. Yeah, man. I was at...
You didn't buy no Steam gift cards?
I didn't fucking buy it.
You're not getting new.
I was at my friend's house.
Okay? You almost killed Joe.
I was like, what do you got in your bag?
So, it was Friday night, and it was like me, Akko, a couple other friends. We went over to our friend Jeff's house because he bought it, and he's obsessed with it, online and everything. Like, to the point, like, pretty much he's only just playing that.
Wow.
So disclaimer, I don't fucking care about Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, whatever. I never did.
Really?
Sports
Ever
games.
since the sports spin-off games, they just never... Actually, the only spin-off games that really clicked to me were like Mario Party and Mario Kart. Other than that, it's
The first
strictly
one's
just...
Just straight Mario.
Yeah. So, it's just... Other than that, it's just strictly Mario-based. Oh, okay, I lied. Mario RPG, Mario and Luigi Super... Those are fucking amazing 10 out of 10 games. Okay,
yeah.
so I don't care about the sports spin-offs.
Got it.
So we get there and we're playing, and I've found the greatest part of the Nintendo Switch. I've discovered the greatest aspect of it. It is not the Pro Controller. The Pro Controller can go to hell for all I care at this moment. I want those fucking little dongles, Joy-Cons, bro. I get it, because when I was there, just sucking down a couple Bud Lights,
Dilly dilly.
feet on the table. Fat man poo, just lay back.
Yeah, dude.
I get it.
Yep.
And it was great. They're like, Ben, you want a Pro Controller? I said, absolutely not.
No, you can just sit how you want to sit.
Dog, I am glory riding over. This is great.
It is
I
fucking
get it.
dope.
I get it.
We'll ride on over to the glory days if you want to after this.
But yeah, and I don't know. I had a lot of fun playing Mario Tennis. Granted, we only did
Local
they
stuff?
played online,
Yeah.
and it was exactly what Matt said. Like half the time, it was connection bullshit. And I mean, it came to the point where we started guessing where they actually were based on the lag.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's like, wow, they might be from Japan, or they might be from like South America.
Right.
So, the local 2-player, even 1-on-1, a lot of fun. I get a lot of fighting game vibes. Like you even brought up too, a lot of fighting game vibes from this game.
Yeah.
Everything from the meter to the point when if you smack the ball hard enough at someone, it like decreases their like.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking.
But then
dope.
there's counters to those shots,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
like if someone hits it with a lot of topspin, if you return it with a slice,
Yeah.
like, you don't get the knockback as much. It's a lot of quick thinking.
Yeah, there's. I don't know.
There's depth to it. But
Because when I was playing it, I think I forgot the fucking button layout, but I was hitting B the whole time to swing, and then someone was like,
slice.
"Oh, I've been hitting X." And I'm like, "Oh, I thought they were all." I thought it was
No.
to the point when all buttons
These
they
top
were.
spin, that's orange.
But I thought they were all just hit. I legit the game thought was use a control stick to move, press all these buttons to hit the ball. I didn't know it was like a slice or a lob one. And then when it told me that, I was like, "Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay, I get it." So
X is the top button. That's right. Yeah, you were hitting drop shots
yeah,
and lobs the entire
I was
time.
I don't know. I just thought I was like, I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
So, and then it was to the point when they were hitting the ball like across the court, and I could never get it. And Jeff was like, "Dude, C stick." There's no
Trick shot,
C stick
yeah.
on it, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
stick mentality.
Yeah.
So I was doing
That
that.
does like the weird, like, woo.
Yeah,
right?
that does it. Well, it depends who you are, because I played as Wario. I
Oh.
like the fat dudes.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
the
yeah.
heavy sets.
Respect.
So Wario, he just does like he either slides like to the point his gut just like rolls across the court.
Yeah, like Waluigi like dances across
Yeah,
the
yeah,
court.
so, yeah, like because I think Luigi does like a moonwalk
Yeah.
or something, and then
God.
he either does that or he like spins around in a circle on his
That's
butt
cool.
or something. I had a lot of local co-op and everything. I don't know, I had a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah.
And then like the other thing with the shots is like you can try to direct your shot a little bit better by hitting it once, but if you double press it, that's when you put some pace on the ball, but it's not as directional focus. It's more kind of towards the middle of it. Like the game has a fucking lot of
Yeah.
strategy to it and a lot of thinking. And the meter, like I will dominate someone with the meter. Like I will, like I said, I'll throw points, and I've even gone and KO'd people. As soon as I see they can't fucking time their returns, I'm just mashing
That's great.
jump shots. And I KOing is this weird fucking
That's
thing
cool.
where like you can be getting dominated, but that dude can't time the jump shot returns. He's gonna be fucked.
That's fucking cool.
So I also had a gyroscope issue,
Oh.
and I didn't know it was an issue because, like I said, I was on the couch,
Yeah.
just
Oh, shit,
spread
was it
eagle,
on?
like whatever. And when the special, I guess, thing came when the crosshair comes up or the reticle or whatever,
Yeah.
for when I did it, it felt like you're playing like a shooter and you're in sniper rifle mode.
Yep.
And the crosshair, it has like that body shake.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it felt like for me. So I thought that was part of the game. So like an hour or two passes by, and every time I did it, everybody was like, "Oh, I bet Ben's gonna miss this time." I'm like, "Dude, it's fucking hard, man. The whole thing moves around." They're like, "What are you talking about?" So we go into options, and yeah, gyroscope. So I was
on
playing
my
for like an
default.
hour and a half with the fucking gyroscope thing on. I don't even know.
Yeah, when you turn it
And
off,
I
it's
was
a
like,
little bit better.
I was like, oh my god, this is so much better now. Like there was
I
to
can
the
actually
point.
use that shot.
I know. I barely used that meter because
yeah.
when I entered that mood, I always fucking missed because it would like do the whole thing. I'm like, this game's fucking hard.
Yeah,
man.
no, all right, now imagine you're in like fucking semifinals of this tournament
I
against
could
a
imagine.
really good
I could
opponent, and
imagine.
you're holding your breath wondering, is this shot going to be a gyroscope or no?
I can imagine, man. I had a lot of fun with it, and then we did the whole 2-on-2.
Yeah.
And it adds a whole realm because the way we played it was someone on each team would just go 2 inches away from the net and just hit the ball back and forth. So it'd be like
Kind of like Wii tennis.
Yeah, to the point it's like and then you miss and then someone in the back has to get it. So it's like I had a lot of fun with it.
That's dope.
Like, I could totally see like the doubles, Friday Night Piece, the party material.
That's what I'm saying. Local
Yeah.
co-op, this game is legit.
Yeah.
Legit.
I can't, like Ben's saying,
Yeah.
I can't say enough once you're in the game how fun it is with all the strategy and just playing it. And it's not simulation. It definitely has an arcade feel, but if you're looking for that strategy, it's definitely there. You can definitely utilize it. But yeah, it's just the core is think of an atom, right? Like the nucleus of the game is
here we
fucking
go.
legit. It's all the fucking electrons flying around it. It just sucks.
When it works, it's great.
Sucks.
Well, here's hoping they patch it a little bit.
They have to.
It's one sense of accomplishment. Like all I see is my tournament wins, and that means nothing when I'm ranked 17,000 worldwide or whatever.
Right.
And that's just because I haven't played 500 more games like the fucking guy in Japan that has no goddamn
Right.
day job.
That's
Like that guy in Japan's probably playing 500 more matches while I'm recording this podcast right now.
Yeah. Done.
I gotta pull out my Switch. Gotta keep up.
Yeah, it's a bummer because you were walking into this like thinking it would be potential game of the year for you.
Yeah, it's definitely not that anymore. But it is. It's still fun to play, like Ben said.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. If I had a Switch, I wouldn't buy it.
Huh.
If I did buy it, it would be under the notion that I knew people were coming over on a daily basis. I would not play this game by myself.
I'll bring my Switch for Friday Night Pizza parties.
Yeah. Did you play anything else? Was that the?
Not really. I'm gonna. Yeah, I want to take all my airtime and talk about my love-hate
The
relationship with Mario
meltdown
Tennis.
that happened over the past couple of days.
I stay
Well,
level-headed. I think.
Yeah.
Talked within reason.
You did not spike the mic at all, which I'm very impressed.
Because I got it all out of me last night and Friday night.
I mean, no, because the stuff
It
you're.
was like a child throwing a temper tantrum.
Well,
in
the
my
stuff you're
room
talking
whenever I
about-
lost a boo. God, it's so.
But everybody
frustrating.
else is also talking about it online too. So it's not like you're pointing out some weird, stupid flaws that no one cares about. So
Yeah.
no, it makes sense why you're upset about it.
Yeah, it makes me happy when like I don't read many of the reviews, or I saw some of it, but it was the adventure mode stuff, and then
Right.
I play it, and then I end up aligning with a lot of people else online. It makes me kind of happy that I'm not the idiot that just isn't playing it right.
Yeah. Mark, what you gonna do this week?
Not too much. I kind of. So I got back into Magic Card Jump. It's just
That's the cell phone
All
game,
right.
right?
yeah.
Why am I saying cell phone game like I'm fucking 80 years old?
That dang cell phones.
Is that Nest the Snake?
I don't know. It's just a fun little.
Someone
phone
at work
game.
still plays it, and I was watching him play it like yesterday, and it seems alright.
It's definitely just something that just like, whatever. I'm just here to pass like, like a minute or two,
And that's
then,
exactly what he was doing.
right. And it's like, oh, okay, because now it's getting to the part where it's getting tough to max out your Magic card, so it takes a bit. So I was like, all right, you just want me to take time. I get it, mobile game. That's what you want me to do. So I'll fuck off for a bit.
What's the gameplay hook of that? I don't remember the
You just keep feeding them and training them until they're max leveled, and then you
release.
compete with other Magic cards who can jump the highest.
Right. It's
And
got that real
then-
big
It's like a
song.
gym system,
Until
isn't
you,
it? Yeah.
until you lose, then you retire them, and then you
Get a new magic card.
and then your trainer ranks up, and that lets you catch higher level Magic cards and just keep going.
Okay.
It's different patterns and stuff. It's just
Huh.
it's great. There's no ads. I mean, there's Pokemon ads at the bottom of the title screen, and that's it.
Yeah.
So like, it doesn't bother me. I don't have to play another demo of another game as an ad in order to get through it. Final Fantasy 15, fuck you. That tower defense bullshit, it's so ugly looking, like it's from 95.
It's real.
It's sad though. It's the most Final Fantasy 15 I've played. Thanks, Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, right, the weed farm. Yeah.
Is it making you... So one, did it get you back into Go? Two, is it getting you more excited about, the Pokemon franchise again?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
So like, I reinstalled Pokemon Go, did a little bit of that. Now they added trading and friends now.
Yeah.
So you can add each other, and like I messed with like a little bit of it. I still don't play that a whole lot.
I think I got a gift from you, maybe.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
He just sends gifts randomly. He doesn't even
because
know anymore.
because when you send each other gifts like daily, you have like this friend meter that goes up, and once that reaches its highest, like it doesn't cost as much Stardust to trade Pokemon, because that's like the currency.
Oh, I thought you just meant it's in the game.
Yeah, it's in the game. They have now friend codes and you can give to each other and stuff.
No doubt.
But the dumb thing about trading is that you might have a Pokemon who has perfect IVs or something, or really good ones. Once you trade it, that is random. It changes on the other person's side. It doesn't stay.
I can see why they did that though.
Yeah, but it's like stupid, but then it makes sense. So, but yeah, I haven't messed with a lot of that much, and I was like, you know what? I like the more obscure Pokemon shit, and I was like, fucking Magikarp Jump. That's just a simple, fine, like, it is what it is. It knows what kind of game it is.
Style.
Yeah,
weirdly. Yeah,
it's just very cartoony. You click the little TV.
It's very.
You can watch the music video for it.
That art style is very Game Boy Advance to me, almost like Pokemon era Game Boy Advance.
It gave me some like Pokemon pinball vibes. Yeah, it's whatever.
It's like the color palette. It's very bright and like pastelish.
The thick outlines, everything's all.
They used the right word, right? Pastelish.
I mean,
maybe. I don't do art things.
I mean, you're close enough.
I just play Mario Tennis and get pissed.
It's very vibrant for sure.
That's probably the better word.
Welcome to the Free Art Podcast.
Ben, I like your coaster, by the way. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Thanks, man.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
He's got his beer on his phone.
As you do.
But so from that's just me during the week. But every here and there, I just gave more attention to the Switch this time around.
Oh, nice.
Not really anything like full-fledged games. We won't talk about the one game on here.
Did you have a temper tantrum?
No,
because I've had two.
It was just demos. But one is kind of lengthy, and Octopath Traveler.
Yeah,
that came out.
That it's not even a demo. It's just like the first 3 hours of the game, right?
Yeah, it's the full game, and then you're capped at 3 hours, I believe.
Right.
Like a time limit.
And then that carries over when the game actually comes out on.
And
it's a demo.
Unless you want to start your save over.
Yeah.
And you can keep doing that. But
is that what you've done?
Yes and no. Like I did, but like.
Well, aren't there the different characters too? Or?
That's the thing. Like you can choose all 8 characters now. It's not just the 2 from the very first demo, and you give a little background on them and everything. So I picked the thief as my first playthrough, and it has a pretty interesting story. Usually you start off like in a pub that all the other thieves go to, and you can just hear people talk about these rumors and stories about places like to break into, what has treasure worth stealing and all that. And you hear about this mansion. And so you go to sneak into this mansion, but then that's when you find out that each character has a special ability to use outside of battle.
That's cool.
As well as inside battle. So obviously the thief, you steal shit.
Hell yeah.
So when you go to a person, instead of hitting A to talk to them, you hit the Y button instead, and you can use your special ability, and it gives you a percentage of like how successful your steal will be from them. And in the very beginning, it's all 100%. So you just take weapons, items, just shit you don't need. And I just turned around and sold it for like $3,000.
Nice.
But then I went to the mansion, and that's when the battle system came in. And I didn't understand it the first time around with the first demo, but this time I feel like they explained it a little better. It's really simple, but like if you just do a normal attack, you build up this little meter. It's like 5 dots.
Right. Yeah.
But you can only use 3 of those dots per attack, and what that does is that it multiplies your attack, whether it's like a special class attack or your basic attack with a weapon.
Right. And
you'll start glowing like different Super Saiyan colors, like it's like yellow, blue, then red, or maybe blue's last.
SSGSS, got it.
Yeah. Yeah, and like so that can like multiply and get like between 2 to 4 strikes in one attack.
Yeah.
The enemies have a cool thing where it's like they have these blank squares at the bottom with question marks, and that is to reveal their weaknesses, but you have to find them. So the thief has a dagger and a broadsword. If you use one of those and the shield doesn't break, it's not his weakness. And then once you use one, that will forever be there when you're across the enemy again. Like, oh, that's right, they're weak to daggers, so now I can just use the dagger and not,
That's cool.
get the most advantage of my attack. And then when you have more people in your party, you can split that up a little better and have multiple people doing different things.
Now, does that weakness thing, does that carry over to, like, are these random encounters? I should maybe lead off with that.
They are random encounters.
So does that weakness thing carry over to, like, the next random encounter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like if you use a fire attack on somebody, you're like, oh yeah, they're weak to fire, and
Got
next
it.
time you get into a
Okay.
fight, it'll let you know.
That's cool.
In case you have multiple people with that type of stuff. So yeah, like that was really neat. I really like that combat system. I like the voice acting.
Yeah.
Especially for that thief. Like it was, I can't pinpoint who he sounds familiar. I don't know who he is, but he sounds like a character from the Zero Escape series.
Troy Baker.
Yeah, he just
So
all of them.
when you
He does it all.
remind me, you're playing as the thief.
Yeah.
The game is completely different if you play other characters, or
Yes,
what's the
'cause-
Octopath?
So there is this world. It's like. So there's these characters, and they're all. It's kind of think of like a clock. And there's
Chrono Trigger.
there's a character and a town in each direction, and the center of the map is like an ocean or like a little lake, or I don't know what to call it.
A body of water.
Yeah, it's just a body of water. But you can travel outward
Okay.
to newer areas, but they require a certain level. And once you see, because the center part is all like chapter 1 stuff for each character, because that's how you build your party. You go around in that circle, you can go any direction you want. It looks huge, but it actually doesn't take that long to get to each town, like on foot. So I'm not sure if there's other ways of traveling. I hope there's a fast travel at
I'm
some
sure
point,
at some point.
like flying or something. I don't know.
Is
But,
Catch a Pidgey and, stuff.
yeah, because I've seen parts where it's like, hey, here's chapter 2 for this character, but it will tell you that the required level is to be like level 15 or 25 or something. It's like, okay, I'm not ready to be there yet.
Yeah.
So they just kind of want you to go around and build. I don't know how big your party can go. I assume you can eventually get all 8, but you can switch out like 4 at a time, maybe, or 3 at a time. I don't know what the max party is to be like in a battlefield, because I didn't get that far. I only had 2 people in a party.
Okay.
But I was seeing like all their backgrounds, and once you meet that character, so I had a thief. I went all the way to the opposite side to get the merchant girl, because I just wanted like one character to like, because her background isn't anything like that interesting. She just wants to go and see the world, because she just comes from a family of merchants in that one little town.
Oh, okay.
And then pirates came there, stole shit, and then she wants to get it back, and she's trying to fight like that fear. So as a thief, you're like, hey, like I'll help you, whatever.
I stole shit too. I'll teach you how to steal. And
Yeah, so it's like I was like, this makes sense. I'll steal from thieves. What was it? Okay, so you have the option at this point for any character you run into, you can choose to play their backstory, and it's just them. Like, so it's kind of like you're playing. So whether you start it with them or not, you still get to play that beginning part.
And see if
it's
you
an
wanna-
option. You don't have
Yeah.
to, but yeah, like you can do it. And I did. And I was like, okay, cool. So learn about them a little more. So I went and did that, and then like I was on my way to get to a third character, and then I was like, hey, time's up. And I was like, all right. So then I started over, and I was trying to see what other characters I would like. So when I get the main game, I would know who my squad would be.
Yeah.
And then like I saw a few of them, and not a lot of them stood out to me. A lot of them weren't that interesting, but in a way, I like that. Because
you could probably see where it'll go, or what
right.
it could
So it's
become.
like there's all different types of people who enjoy RPG games, and they might enjoy only a certain type of story or a certain type of theme. So come from all sides, even like the more like dark and more like not necessarily gritty, but just a more like more serious type of backstory, then you might want to go for the thief or the dancer or like the warrior or something,
Right.
like something like that. But if you want a more like happy, like slice of life type of side, then maybe you want to be like the apothecary or the merchant.
That's pretty cool.
And it's cool, and I like the fact where it's like kind of like an anime where like you can just balance those cast of characters. So it's like, yeah, I want to like the thief who is just like up to no good and he's like cursed with something, and you go to the merchant who's all happy-go-lucky and just have that. I don't know if like their dialogue will change or collide with each other, because from what it looks like, you don't really interact like that.
Yeah.
Something like Mass Effect or something. Like I haven't seen that level of like interaction when they talk to each other, to where like you make choices and they matter in the end. So I don't know how deep this game goes, but from what they've changed before up to now, and they took a lot of the feedback to where like you can get through dialogue faster, you can run now, but if you run, you notice your little mini map turns red, and I think you can get into random battles quicker. I think that's the trade off there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hidden spots that you can try to get to find treasure chests. Like you might see a treasure chest in the distance, but you don't know how to get to it exactly. So there's hidden paths to get to that because everything looks like a diorama piece. Yeah. So that's what I like about it too, like the aesthetic. Everything just looks like just a pop out.
I got tired of looking at it in that first demo. Does it look better in this? Or is it still I'm still gonna feel the same.
I feel like it looks the same.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I remember saying before, like when the first demo came out, I didn't care, and I was kind of bummed about it.
Yeah.
I was just bored because it was only 2 characters. It felt very basic, like a lot of dialogue you couldn't get through. It was very slow, very slow paced. This feels like a faster pace and a little more interesting this time around.
Are you sold on the game at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely buy it. Yeah. I think it's an RPG worth playing, and
it's JRPG, right? Turn based.
Yeah. That's all.
So
it's Square. It's probably same people did Bravely Default.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was looking. I was on my phone. I was just looking it up. Is it so? Each character you pick, you kind of briefly touch this. Is it a completely different, like fucking game for each character, like story wise, or is it like Resident Evil, for example, when you play like scenario A and scenario B, it's the same thing, but like every now and then there's like a little thing that's different.
It's more like Secret of Mana.
I didn't play Secret of Mana.
So in those games, because they're known to be like a 3-player co-op type thing, and you can choose what character you want to start with, at least with Seiken Densetsu 3 or whatever. You can play that character's backstory, and they have their own story to why they're going on this quest, and then you run into other people who are going on a completely different quest, but you two decide to help each other out and work together. So like yes,
there's
crossover,
and no. But there's difference. Yeah,
like there's crossovers, but everybody has their own reason for doing something. You're not all together for one thing. Like you're not the Warriors of Light going after all the
Let's
crystals.
Go save the crystal. Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's like you each have your own reason to be in this group.
Okay,
your own personal reasons.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Everything's personal.
I like that.
So, but it might in the end become like one big thing because it turns out, oh yeah, we're all after the same thing in the end.
Yeah.
So I could see that happening.
It's exclusive, right?
Just on Switch, yeah.
Yep.
And if I'm not mistaken, they just announced this week, Square, that team is just now, they're a team making Switch JRPGs.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Chrono Trigger 3 on...
essentially, yeah.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm glad like the sprite art's back and everything.
I think it looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell they put a lot of animations more into the attacks than just them because you can just keep doing the same sword motion, but the animation would be completely different. I guess that's what makes it a little more interesting.
Yeah.
Well, then again, the old Final Fantasies, you would just go in the front and the sword would do like 3 chops.
It's kind of similar.
Yeah.
I mean, not as big. There's more frames.
Yeah.
But yeah. But that's a pretty good demo. I feel like that's worth checking out for people. Like you get a lot of time to get a feel of that game,
especially of the save carrying over. That's
huge.
really
cool.
Yeah,
that's huge.
That's still why. That's the only reason why I still have Dragon Quest Builders on my Switch still, because it does the same thing. And I still haven't bought that game yet.
So I downloaded the demo after you were talking to us about it, and then I deleted it before even playing it. I was like,
Yeah, I mean, you just got to be in the mood for it.
No, but hearing you talk about it now, I'm like, shit, maybe I should play it again.
Because I really haven't been that like interested in JRPGs in like a while. Like I like them, but I haven't really gotten into one.
Yeah.
In a good bit, and I think this might be my first one this year.
And it's obviously going to be good because it's a Square JRPG.
I'm just hoping there's deeper interaction between the characters. I think that's... I mean, because this whole thing is about, paths and intertwining. Right. I really want them to embrace that.
Yeah, so... I was going to put this in news, but the Bravely series producer revealed that the Octopath Traveler team became its own division in April. They'll be focusing on Switch. Square Enix has decided that it wants to focus on original titles for the Switch. If Octopath Traveler does well, and this is something that... Okay, page reloaded. If Octopath Traveler does well, and this is something that appeals to fans, we want to focus on Switch. Please pick up the Switch if you want to play games like Octopath Traveler.
Shit.
Yeah, I want to see more original. Like, I'm not sure if I would even want a sequel from this. I mean, maybe that's too early to say. But
yeah. Well, he says there are several other titles that we're currently working on for Switch. if you could just wait a bit longer, we'll work with Nintendo to announce them in the future.
Yeah, that's
Game
what their
Show.
whole conference was. So
Yeah.
I have a feeling Tokyo Game Show there's going to be a direct, and it's going to be the games that they were supposed to show, but instead we got Wii Fit Trainer's facelift.
once again, I'll emphasize we've spent more time on the Wii Fit Trainer's face than we did announcing Overcooked 2 is coming to Switch.
We've spent more time commenting on the Wii Fit Trainer's face and the fact that they've done that than we've spent talking. Mark, what else did you play this week?
I played the Captain Toad demo.
I did too.
All
forgot
3
that's a game.
levels.
I played the first level and I went, "Yep, this is the first level of that game," and then I deleted it. I was like,
Oh,
"Got it. I know what this is."
yeah. I mean,
it was the same 3. Well,
well,
I didn't try the other ones because the other ones they actually brought in Odyssey stuff, right?
no.
Oh,
So,
all right. Never mind. I'm glad I
the
deleted
second one was kind of similar to the first one, but just a little more added to it.
So it's just the first 3 levels from.
And then the third one was just a dragon boss fight.
Yep, that's the first 3 levels of the game.
Okay.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I thought they were supposed to put the fucking.
Well, I mean, it's fine for me because I didn't really play it before.
Okay, then yeah.
But
Which I guess that's why this game is coming to Switch because.
Yeah.
Only like 10,000 people bought a Wii U, including North America and Japan.
Including Matt.
But yeah, like it's
I technically
Well,
did not buy that.
well,
That is a
well,
sister buy.
Well,
the only thing I'm not sure of with that game is so it wants you to like use the touchscreen to move certain like platforms. Is that
you don't have to.
okay? There's another way to do that. Is there a button instead, instead of using the touchscreen? Because I was playing handheld and it's awkward to take my hand off for some reason, to touch the thing, and to go back. I'd rather just hit a button to just interact with it.
Kind of
Maybe
ruins
I'm-
it.
Maybe
the
I'm
flow.
wrong, but I feel like because
Especially if I want to play like docked. Then what do? Punch your TV?
Yes. Yes.
Use Amiibo? I don't know.
You somehow rig your GameCube adapter to make it
Yeah.
to the
There you
Wii U tablet, and then you got your touchscreen.
This came out on. So there's a Switch version coming out,
Yes.
or it's already
Yes.
out?
It's
Yeah,
coming out.
Switch.
Because it was on Wii. It was on Wii U, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
All right.
And now they're redoing it with, I assume, improved graphics, but also stages born out of Mario
okay.
Odyssey.
Then they're bringing over everything,
There were
including
some
Smash.
there were some Luigi Mansion stages. Was that in the main
Good
one
points.
too? Did you not see the one with the booze in the haunted house?
No, I didn't.
Or maybe it's just a haunted house thing. Maybe it's not Luigi's Mansion, but it gave me Luigi's Mansion vibes.
Yeah. I feel like there's a way to do it without what's it called, but I might be wrong.
There's probably an option somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. Besides, just to a little bit of Fortnite with friends on my Switch. But yeah, that's it.
Dude,
Ben, what did you play?
In my flaming fury, I actually did look at I actually looked at the Switch box. I think my Wii U's in there. I almost thought about lighting it on fire and throwing it out a window last night at some point. I did see you playing that.
Yeah, I
Play
Don't-
what?
so-
Captain
so-
Toad? Yeah, I just talked
No,
about it. It
I
was just
saw-
the 3 levels.
What's it now? Donkey Bong? Is that
Yeah.
Danky Bong?
Danky Bong.
Danky Bong.
Danky Bong's supposed
It
to
playing
keeps popping up.
Fortnite.
It pops up way too frequently in the top left corner while I'm playing a game. Danky Bong online playing Fortnite.
I
I
almost
said no such thing.
I
I'd-
almost texted you to say I want to try this out,
Yeah.
and then I was like, oh, I need to do the Destiny daily challenges.
All right,
'cause I'll
talk
have
to me
time
about
tomorrow.
this. Talk to me about this because I will tell
right.
you.
I will not say a word.
Here's the
But
thing.
No, wait.
I'm gonna hear it out. I want to hear it out.
I the other day.
Just disclaimer.
Yes.
I agree with whatever opinions are in your heads.
no.
and that's-
no.
so
Take that
Just-
away.
There was a day, I don't remember what day, but you know I love browsing the eShop. Just staring at the front page, even if it hasn't changed. I just open it up and I spend about 3 or 4 hours in there.
Okay.
And I opened it up and I went, no, not doing it. So, but you have done it and
Yeah.
you continue to do it.
Yes.
Why?
Because I have 2 friends on Xbox that play it.
I've got friends that play shit that I don't give a shit about. You're
And-
still playing it. So tell me, like, what's the thing? What's the draw?
I think the draw is
It's
that
a very popular game, so I hear.
yeah, all the cool kids playing it. I mean, I think I can see the draw. I'm not actually that invested as my friends are,
Yeah.
but but I can see the appeal in this game just because it does attract that casual audience, because it's not a super realistic, accurate game. You know, it's very cartoony. You know, it has those very simplistic controls. It's really easy to learn, and if you're playing against Switch people, it's very easy to win because they're all new.
Yeah.
So they don't know what they're doing.
Christmas noobs.
Right. So cross-playing with people who play on Xbox, and that's all they do, mostly.
Right.
You know, it's like, this is great for them. It's just, you know, lamb to the slaughter.
You did it.
I'll be joining you at some point, Mark.
Okay.
Jesus.
Now, the thing...
boy.
And, like... And I would ask them questions like, you know, like they also know, like, the community is trash.
Sure.
And everything that it's attracted, this whole
that's,
thing, like, it's just cancerous. Whatever.
Despacito 3. Got it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yet they're still enjoying it just because it's a game you're just playing with friends, so that you don't care what you're playing, basically, just as long as you're playing with friends. So it's a lot of that going on with them, and they just happen to be pretty good at this, because, like, we do win more than lose half the time. Yeah. Which is surprising.
Yeah, it feels good.
But then I looked up a little more about it, and I was like, what is, like, I don't get it. Like, is there something about the weapons? Is there, like, I don't know what it is. And then I found out that, like, what's kind of trashy, and they're aware of it too, is that, like, the assault rifle has basically a thing called bloom, where it's like an RNG type thing, because, like, with the way it sprays, it's random. So you're not always going to get an accurate shot with it, but more than half the time, you're probably not going to miss. So you don't have to be perfectly aimed. Plus, the game has an aim assist as well. So a lot of it isn't that skill-based. Some of it is just luck-based.
Luck, yeah.
So
that kind of sucks. But
right, and
I
like,
mean, PUBG's luck-based, though, but the netcode.
That's that whole mechanic right there.
It's pretty good.
So, like, I'm not sure how much that really affects everything.
Yeah.
But that is a weapon that I guess you could rely on in the end game stuff. Like, the matches are pretty short because it's a small map.
Yeah.
I didn't get too much into the crafting side of it. That's still a thing I'm still trying to get used to, because that game has different button layouts to depend how you want to play the game.
And you can't map it on console, right? I know that's a big, like, content point.
Well, that's why they have different control layouts. So it is kind of like mapping it, but you're not customizing each button.
Because I know on PC you can customize everything, and that gives a lot of people a big advantage playing on PC versus...
Yeah. So I asked them, I was like, what do you guys do? And they're like, we do Builder Pro. So when you just hit a button to go into build mode, you just have to double tap a shoulder button, and it will lay out the thing you're doing. You don't have to go to a thing, hit another button, pick the thing, whatever.
Yeah.
Because that takes a lot of time. So when everybody looks like, you know, they're just, you know, splat dueling everywhere, just spamming walls and ramps and floors, it's like,
because
it's just, you're just double tapping really quick.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I get it, because I did it out of panic and instinct one night. I was like, I don't normally do this. I just made a wall to save myself. I was like, I wasn't trying to do that. I'm just trying to run.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, like, it's just I think because of how fast you can get to a match, get out of a match, and everything, that just the replay value is so high on that like you could play like 10 matches within like an hour or even less, and not even realize how much time has went by. The business side of this is garbage.
In what way?
Because it's a free to play game,
right?
So, like, what's the catch? How do they make their money?
Yeah.
And it's the cosmetic stuff.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But the price of it is bullshit. So you get V-Bucks or whatever. So, like,
hell yeah.
And V-Bucks you can either get costumes, certain cosmetic, like, items for, like, your pickaxe, or like the way you glide in when you land in the map, or get different taunts of like dances and meme shit, whatever. But, like, if you're gonna get a costume, that's basically $20. It is 2,000 V-Bucks. 1,000 V-Bucks costs $10.
Whoa.
But you get V-Bucks in the game, right? Like,
no.
At the end of... V-Bucks is strictly...
just you paying for currency.
Actual money?
Wow.
Yeah. So if you want to get, so a taunt might be, like, $5, basically. And then... because, like, the only thing that I've done was the dumb starter pack thing, which was $5. And that gave me a costume, and it gave me 1,000 V-Bucks or something like that. And I was like, okay, because I just want a costume, because I just didn't want to be, like, the default thing. And I was like, damn it, I hate that I like cosmetic stuff in games.
Yeah.
And I was like, but they're like, yeah, but it's worth it because, because you're only spending that much, and then you can, whatever remaining coins you have left, just wait to get, because like everything's in rotation as well. There's no online shop or catalog.
Oh.
So things repeat. So you have to wait. So I guess it's kind of like Splatoon in a sense, but you can't sans custom ordering things or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, but things are in rotation every day. So if there's a specific taunt you wanted, for example, maybe you wanted to dab, you have to wait for that to pop up in the shop whenever. And it's like,
That's
how
a little
much
bit
is
like
a dab? That's what I
What
want.
if they sold out of them? Like, what if the dab just sold out?
that's the next.
Yeah. Well, apparently they're in like season 4 now.
Right.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and they've like changed things. I don't know what was like before up to now, but yeah, like I'm still learning things. Like I kind of get how the game works. I'm not, even though I'm playing it a lot with my friends, I'm still not like invested. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like obsessed with it. Like I love this game. It's just like yeah it's alright, it's fun, with friends. But if it wasn't for friends, it can go fuck off. Like,
All right, tune in next week when Marc's saying, "I love this game."
yeah. I love Sonic Forces. What?
Hell yeah.
Oh fuck! All right, that's turned dark fast.
So you're playing Fortnite. I'm assuming you're doing the battle royale thing.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Because I didn't know
that's
this
right.
for-
Fortnite was a game before the battle
That's
royale.
what I'm saying. I didn't know that for the longest time.
Yeah,
Like,
it was like a defense horde mode with zombies type thing.
and then all of a sudden they
that was tanking.
they just
then-
brought in the battle royale thing, and everybody like took their pants off to this game. It looks like so. I'm whenever people talk about it, no one's like the hipster Fortnite players like,
Right.
oh, actually, sir, I'm doing the horde mode.
Yeah. No, because my friends that
Congratulations, you want
play,
to fight people that
Yeah, I
bought
know.
it.
because like my friends that play are also the same friends that play Last of Us, NieR, Bloodborne,
Yeah.
Dark Souls, whatever. And then he just fucks off and goes plays this. So I guess it's like maybe it's a
Nothing
balance
wrong with
thing, just
Nothing
like
wrong
Maybe that's what I need after Mario Tennis, man. It's like fucking
just something,
Fortnite.
just something you don't really have to think much into. But it does get a little. It's not that intense, but it does. You do feel a little bit of intensity. I mean, maybe because I'm doing squads and not solo.
Could be.
So I don't think I would try solo, honestly.
So they only have the battle royale mode on Switch, right?
Yeah.
They don't have.
Wow, they
that.
went right to the fucking.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
fucking
They're
game
going
then,
right to the
man.
moneymaker,
Yeah.
man. They know
And,
that
like,
No time wasted.
if only 5 people bought it across all those platforms, they don't think 5 more people are going to buy it on Switch. So,
You do have to make an Epic account.
Well,
well.
that goes into a lot
And I was
of
like-
other issues going on currently.
Yeah.
But they did include a feature for that game where if you just hook in your earbuds or whatever, it has a microphone, you can just talk in game
Right. That.
party chat.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Party chat?
Yeah. No, those headphones you're using right there.
Download.
Go faster!
But because
I
I'm
want to talk
playing
with friends.
because I'm playing with friends on Xbox, they could use the party chat in the game, but they use the party chat through Xbox. So I use the Xbox app to talk to them.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And then we just do that.
Well, you can tell them to download that Nintendo app.
Yeah.
That dang
There
old
you go.
Nintendo app. Oh, wait, Fortnite's not on it. You can't fucking talk.
Right.
Hey, what about your PS4 friends?
Well, sorry, Joe.
He's got an Xbox. He
If-
can hop
yeah,
right
yeah,
in. He's
no,
got a
it-
Switch.
That's the thing. If I were ever gonna play this, which
And then, other Joe as well, who's probably listening to this,
yeah,
because he made a sad face when he texted me about it because he actually owns the main game, I believe.
oh right,
on
he
that.
plays a lot on PS4.
Because I think he had
Oh,
that.
he was one of the 5. Congratulations.
Yeah, because I think he had that before the Battle Royale thing came out.
He did. Yeah, I remember that.
And
He's
just-
an OG then, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
man.
Yeah, but now
Shit.
because his PlayStation is linked to that,
That's-
he can't play.
Good for
Clap
him,
it up,
man.
man.
Good for him, man. Good for him.
Well, because of that, he can't play on Switch anymore, or he can't play not anymore.
He can't use the
ever.
same account.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
he can't use that same account.
Well,
Which is fucking
I'll
trash.
take
Wait,
back
so
my
what's
clap.
good? You create. What's
If
going
you,
on?
s-
You
create your Epic account on PS4, it is
Okay.
locked to PS4. You cannot use it
Oh,
anymore.
it doesn't
or you
carry
can't use
over?
it on Switch or Xbox. Can you use it on PC? I think you can use it on PC.
Maybe.
Because I think PS4 is still cross-play with PC and mobile.
PC and mobile, it is.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Can
then.
you remap
Yeah.
the buttons in iOS?
I don't think so.
And yeah, so like that's
Just
just
download it here now too. Gonna have Fortnite all around me.
yeah. It's I basically play that game the same way I play Overwatch.
I'm real upset.
Wow.
I think, okay, as much shit as we talk about it, as many times as I punched myself in the face when I was at the boardwalk seeing all the senior week kids wearing the. I think we should all at least try it out.
I'm trying it now. I
You know
just
what I mean?
downloaded it on Switch. It's on the way.
This is definitely like the meme game, if that makes sense. Where it's just
That
like
makes sense.
we're like if you want to go into mentality, just like yeah, who fucking cares? And just play it like that's like that's the way you gotta play. You can't be like, all right,
But
this is fucking esports.
No.
Excuse you.
But is playing it the equivalent of buying a Minions bikini? Like, where are we at with this?
Oh my god, that's the most horrific thing I think I've ever
It
seen.
depends on the reason why you're buying that bikini in the first place. Do you actually seriously think that is something that looks good and not funny at all?
It doesn't matter if
and
someone
you think
that
you're
bought
gonna
two.
look sexy in it.
It doesn't matter. Someone that bought 2 fidget spinners from Ocean City, they laugh at you no matter what you say.
See, Matt gets it.
It doesn't matter. You can say, "Oh, it's a joke." No, they're laughing at you. You're the fucking idiot and dumb
That's the thing.
button up.
That's the thing. I would be the person to wear that because I want people to laugh or get mad or make fun of me. Like I want that reaction in a way. So it's kind of like a trolling game in a way.
I don't know, man. When I had to ask where they were at, I was like the most fucking.
You gotta have no pride or dignity.
I didn't leave in the sensations.
Yeah, all self-respect goes out the window.
I had a little bit going in, definitely none when I left. So
Well,
I just see all the fucking meme videos online of like
yeah.
the college frat dudes playing it in their dorm room, and then like their girlfriend, whoever's like twerking their butt in their face, and they're sitting there like.
yeah,
like
but you
trolling
know what?
from
The same
now.
videos happened with Halo 3.
You know what I mean?
They happened with
Yeah.
yeah.
I was just
Call
saying that
Duty.
it's just a new Minecraft,
yeah.
but except Minecraft has a deeper level that
Right,
you can
right.
appreciate.
We'll
A
find
little more
out.
respect, a little more
Yeah.
self-respect for Minecraft.
Fortnite looks better.
We'll find out, and next week's podcast will be a weird time because we could all play together.
Yeah.
That's the dope thing.
I seen in my head 1 week later, we all show up with our Boardwalk Fortnite tees.
Oh,
Welcome
I forgot
to Fortnite
You can't
exclusive.
hear it right now, but I'm dabbing as I'm talking.
I did forget. Yeah, at the top of the show, the PC is resurrected and back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
all good.
we're all
Oh,
good.
good, yeah.
We're all good.
Congrats.
It's not out. It's not out with the window.
So now you and I can
The
play on
Switch
Switch,
and
and
the Pro
these two
controller.
can yeah.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Have fun killing all the Switch players because it's really easy.
Dude, I played 2 games on PC. I sucked at it, so I might just go with Switch.
Well, in that vein, before we get even deeper, I'm gonna need a break.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying right now, if you want $20, you just spend on a costume. They have a little girl with like a goth hood right now, so you might want to get on that.
Sold. Joe is sold, dude.
I'm gonna go grab my Switch. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I can't believe you've done this.
It's on its way.
Can't believe you done this. Know that
I mean,
It's yeah.
just be real. It's the whole party chat thing that attracted you.
That was that's what
it
sold
took
me.
that game.
Party
of all
chat and
games
goth
on
girl is what
Switch.
got Joe
No,
right
that's
now.
what sold Matt, not me.
It's just funny. That's not even a Nintendo game.
Goth girl. Guy.
I know.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
We'll find out.
Take notes.
But that'll be next week. But this week, Ben, what have you played?
I played 3 games.
1.
I don't know what you guys want me to talk about the most.
Man, you talk about what you want to talk about the most.
All right,
How about that?
how about this? Ben's weekly NieR update. Because
All right.
I'm still playing NieR.
yeah.
Well, it's been a couple weeks now, but yeah.
Yeah. So, still 10 out of 10 game. Love it. Nothing really much new to report there. Still an amazing game. I got the very weird ending. I want to say, I don't even know the fucking letter for it. There's that like.
Is it not one? Is it not A through E?
I don't even. It's not a main ending.
All right.
It's one of those like weird bullshit endings when like the credits
Scroll over
zoom
the
by-
yeah, okay.
So there's like a hunter / bounty hunter person in the desert, like right in the camp right before.
Oh,
you go in
that
the
guy.
desert.
Yeah.
There's a merchant dude, and then there's this lady. She has like a couple quests tied to her. Like the
Oh,
one
yeah,
quest,
yeah.
she's like, "I'm testing out some new drug. I need you to kill these drones."
That sounds familiar.
Well, there's this one quest, and she's like, "Hey," you get like an email from her. And she's like, "Hey, I have some new fish recipe. I want you to try it out." Anybody else?
I remember. I think I got that. Yes.
Because you talk to her, and she's like, "What's the worst that's gonna happen? You're not gonna die from it.
And
But
then
if you
you
do,
di-
don't blame it on me." And then
yeah.
you die.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was. Yep. I do remember that.
Yeah. So I was like,
I fully remember that one.
"Fuck."
What if that was the main ending?
Yeah. Right.
So I'm sitting there, I'm playing through it, and when I'm playing this game, since it's on my PS4, it's on the TV in the living room, and Faith is there she's the teacher, and she's getting her master's degree in whatever, so she's constantly on the sofa next to me doing schoolwork. So I'm playing this game, and I'm hitting, like, real deep moments. Like, the one quest when you're beneath the bridge, and these big-ass, like, ancient drones come up, and then the quest is simply just to kill them. And you go up to him, and the main boss one, he's just like, kill me, like the chip voice, whatever. So then you kill him off, and you think it's like not a big deal, but then it cuts to like some cutscene, and it says like thousands of years ago or something, and it shows them like right when they came to Earth, and he's like, we're gonna start our tribe. That's what the humans did before us. He's like, I'll be king, and then like it like time lapses, and you can tell it's like they're just sick and tired of living. Yeah, because you find out they jumped off the bridge, and the reason why they're down there is because they tried to kill themselves, but they couldn't because they survived the impact. So that's why when you face them, they're just begging for you to kill them. It didn't click. But then when you're done the quest, you talk to like some like little robot dude. He's like, oh, you killed them by the way because they just want to die. So I'm like, oh. And then Faith is sitting there, and she's like, so why are you playing this game again? I'm like, not now. Stop.
My mind is melting. Don't.
And she's like, well, usually, you know, when I'm done a game, I'm done. I'm like, you don't, no, not now. You don't get it. Don't get it. Stop.
You're just like,
stop. Fly spider. Stop. And I'm trying to explain to her. It's like, no, this is a game when you do the main playthrough. You're supposed to play through it over and over and over again to get more of the story and whatnot. She's like, that doesn't sound too appealing. And he was like, well, it sounds appealing now, so shut up, stop. So, like, see, I love NieR. I'm glad I'm playing through it on PS4. I was going to get it on PC originally, but since I already owned it.
Which character are you playing as now?
Still 9S.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I can see how they're kind of getting rid of some of the extra fluff from the main playthrough, and they're kind of just like breezing through. Like, the hacking mechanic, I understand why it's a thing now, because you kill people or robots like so much quicker as opposed to like not having that mechanic, because it's triangle.
Right.
And with 2B, that's just her slow attack.
Yep.
Yeah. But with 9S, it's just hacking, and usually it does like more than half damage. So yeah, I can see why they're doing a couple things to make it like a much more quicker process.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to be quick. Like, I'm still doing all the fucking side quests. So
I love that you're like in it.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking like I like there's the one when you're racing the one android on the jetpack. I had to sit there like on fucking YouTube for like 3 hours straight figuring, because you have to like follow a certain. That one sucked, but I mean it was still fun to like find like, yo, instead of jumping here, you have to jump here at this specific time.
That took a long time.
Yeah, it took a very long time. Having fun with that.
And you'd fall. Fuck that.
Yeah. And other game is Resident Evil Remake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I am just knee deep in the Resident Evil ever since E3.
Yes.
Like, that's like I wasn't expecting this.
I'm about shoulder deep.
I'm like I'm a little bit. So
you're like from waist to shoulders, I would say.
Yeah.
You came here with the Resident Evil shirt.
Yeah.
So I saw that trailer, and then I'm sitting there, I'm texting Akko, and he's like, I remember when that other gameplay trailer came up, he just texted me, he's like, dude, like all caps, and me and him are just like total giddy on Resident. Now, like, even when I'm home and I'm working on my second monitor, I'm having videos of like Resident Evil 1 comparisons on PS4, PS1, Sega Saturn, and the PC version differences. Like, I'm just like in it, dude. And just the Resident Evil remake, I think that's my favorite one. Yeah. Now it's perfect.
See, like, I've been trying to play 0 like before and then get to 1, and it's like, I can't do 0.
0, I actually bought it when it came out on GameCube, and I thought it was the idea of it. You get to flip-flop between the two characters.
I like it.
It was
but
cool.
At the same time, it's just the progress of it.
That game was slow.
Yeah.
It felt really slow. I'm going to play through it now because my ultimate goal is first to finish up the Resident Evils I didn't, which is
there's a lot I haven't played.
0 and Code Veronica are pretty much the only ones I haven't. And then there's like Revelations. I haven't played those
episodic ones.
Yeah. Which I'm gonna get Steam sale. But it's I finished Jill's playthrough, and then it's just perfect. So I just went right into Chris's, and boy is it is it a different experience playing through Chris? I knew it was going to be because typically it's like Chris's playthrough is more difficult.
I've only played Chris's, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the main difference is Chris's playthrough, you have 2 less slots than Jill's.
Mm-hmm.
Jill's, I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 6 or 8. So yeah, Chris, it's like 4 or 6.
Okay.
And there's a lot of times when you get to a new area and there's like a bunch of shit you pick up, and you really have to decide at that moment, like, fuck, what do I leave behind? Because I'm gonna have to pick this shit up, and I'm gonna have to run back. But forgot the fact that you start with a knife. You don't even start with a fucking pistol. So you really have to. It's very.
Jesus.
It's very. It's. I kind of compared it to like Mega Man. Like Mega Man, it's best played when you beat the bosses in a certain order.
Oh, right.
Like at least the older Mega Man games.
Yeah.
Chris's playthrough, like when I played it on GameCube when it came out, I had a strategy guide, so it had like the most, I guess, optimized way of playing through it. Mm-hmm. If you don't follow that path, that game punches you right in the fucking face on Chris's
I never
playthrough.
Finished it.
Holy shit,
I
dude.
got up to the hunters.
Holy shit. So, because I'm sitting there and Faith is like, why don't you just... as I'm playing this, Faith is sitting right next to me because she's not going to have her own gaming podcast, but she plays games. She, World of Warcraft, whatever. And so when I'm playing, she just sits there and just watches me the whole time. She's like, oh, dude, I want to solve this puzzle. I'm like, all right, I'm a fucking moron. I can't do puzzles anyway. So I'm sitting there and I'm Chris, so I'm like legit like Matrix Neo, like dodging these zombies, and she's like, I don't understand why you don't just kill them. I'm like, babe, you don't.
I don't have a lighter.
You don't get it. You don't get it.
That's how it was when I first played. Yeah. I just gotta kill them all.
And that's the mindset, because you, especially like, I mean, especially you can compare them to like Resident Evil, like the games now. Like you play, especially from what I remember with 5, that was like an action fest. So you're basically Arnold Schwarzenegger in Resident Evil world. You're like RPG, just like blowing heads off of zombies
7,
and shit.
You gotta kill them all.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I still got, that's the other one then, complete. So in Chris's playthrough, so Resident Evil Remake, when you kill a zombie, they're not dead. Like, they're basically unconscious for a certain amount of time. And if you don't burn them alive, or if you didn't shoot their head off, they turn into the Crimson Head, which is just an ultimate. No, it's a sprinting zombie, like almost maximum health, like kills you in like 2 hits zombie. So when you, even in Jill's playthrough, like if you kill a zombie, you either A, like, oh, I'm not going to enter this fucking room again, or B, I need to go back and get the kerosene and light the zombie on fire.
Yeah, because Jill doesn't have a lighter, does she?
She doesn't.
Chris has.
See, that's the one thing with Chris. You start with a lighter.
Yeah.
And because you have your main slots, and then like you have your like back secondary slot, which is like permanent. So Jill, she has a lockpick, and Chris he has a lighter. So, not having the lockpick, you have to find, like, there's certain doors that will just say, like, oh, it's an old school locking system. If you had some kind of simple key, you could unlock it. So, that's, with Chris's, since you don't have the lockpick, you have to pick up these, like, bullshit rusty ass keys that are, like, not randomly, but they're somewhere scattered throughout the mansion. Yeah. So, Chris playthrough, man, like, holy shit, it's brutal. And I'm not even doing like hard mode. I'm doing like normal mode, and it's a lot of dying and loading the game.
Should I go back to it? All right.
Yes.
I've never completed a Resident Evil except for 4.
And you are missing out.
Yeah, I feel like I am.
Because I think another reason why I love Resident Evil, like the first few, and by the first few I mean like maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe Code Veronica. The story and the characters, they weren't so far-fetched yet. Like, when it started getting it, like, even 4 wasn't that far-fetched. But when we started getting into 5, and then all of a sudden, like, there's, like, super mutants.
Yeah.
And shit like that. I mean, 1, granted, you have the Tyrant, but that was, like, as far-fetched as it got.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was part of that was it T-virus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and at least for the Resident Evil, like, 1 and the remake, I don't even know the word. Like, maybe, like, it still has, like, that innocence. Like, it's not like, oh, Umbrella, the master corporation. It's like, you're in this mansion. It's like, oh, I think that one pharmaceutical company, Umbrella's behind this.
Yeah, because you have
know what I
the
mean?
files
Yeah.
and everything, so like, it's building
Yeah.
a story for you.
Because there's
if you
even
choose
like
to read it.
when you meet Rebecca and she's like, "Oh, there's a lot of drugs here from Umbrella."
Mm.
Like there's like a little
that part was cool.
like medicine
Yeah.
room or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, I'm healing someone, and I've noticed they're all from Umbrella. I wonder if they're somehow behind this." Like I loved that like premature Resident Evil story.
Yeah.
Because when they started doing like the whole thing and like Wesker has like laser eyes or some shit like with like
Resident Evil 5.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Yeah, the
oh
whole, like,
god,
The
like,
fucking meme with it. The
uh,
complete global saturation.
that's what I'm.
Yeah, when
oh,
Wesker was
Christ.
just a dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that. That's why I think I love the earlier one so much, is because it still had like,
They were grounded a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it
They didn't
kind
go
of left
Super
you
Saiyan.
wondering too, and you use some part of your imagination, because in this one they're always like, oh, there was a previous task force that came before us actually, and at the time you're thinking like, oh, I wonder what happened with that, but then eventually he made Resident Evil 0, which explained that whole situation. So it's just play it, just please.
All right,
play it.
I bought it. I got through like the opening little bit, and then I
Who'd you play as?
don't even remember. I like when they did that remake. Was it 2 years ago? Maybe.
The
E3.
Yeah. The remake of the
like
remake.
the PS4.
Yeah,
that one when it dropped
Yeah.
on PS4, I bought it day one. I was like, "Fuck yeah, here we go!" And then
Yeah, because I bought the bundle. It was like 0
Yeah.
in that.
Oh yeah, there is that bundle too. If you want to play through it just to play through it, just pick Jill.
yeah,
I think it's fun.
Please just pick Jill.
Because like Chris feels like New Game Plus.
It really is, because each character, they have their own playthrough. It's the same story overall. It's kind of like what I brought up earlier, but
Yeah.
like there's moments when you play, for example, as Jill, and you have to get into a certain room. With Chris, if you get in that room, it's secondary. It has nothing to do with, like, you don't get any, like, there's this room you go into, and with Jill, you're supposed to mix like a bunch of chemicals. But if you're in that room with Chris, you try to pick up the items, and it's like, oh, I don't know shit about chemicals. I can't. No, he didn't say that.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know anything about
I
medicine.
don't know
so
shit
I don't know
about
fucking shit. No.
I just
Hey.
punch boulders.
Hey Jill, I don't know shit about medicine.
the voice acting's not the same though, is it? In the
No,
remake?
they
No.
buffed it
Damn.
compared to the first Resident Evil.
Unfortunately.
Just get the
Yeah.
PS1
There
classic
is like
version.
they do
think I
a
have
couple
that.
nods from that. They acknowledge the fact that the first one was like amazingly terrible,
Oh, that's cool.
but this voice acting is still. It's not like
They still do the sandwich thing.
I can't remember. I think they do a nod to it
Yeah.
or something.
There's one part that I don't want to say unless you already know about it, Joe. But if you're gonna play it,
It doesn't matter.
well, I mean, it's just a cutscene because there's a part where if you're Chris, I think you run into Rebecca, and you can't solve this one puzzle because you don't know how to play a piano, and so like
Exactly.
that whole scene, I'm glad like they fleshed it out. Like it took time. You had to go do other things while
Yeah.
Rebecca was learning how to play fucking Moonlight Sonata.
Yeah, because she plays it and she hits like it sounds good at first, but then all of a sudden it's like just flat, and she's like, I need to practice a little bit, so then it makes you like run around the
I
mansion
love
a little
that.
bit. Yeah, that's cool.
So cool.
Yeah, because even when you get out of the door, you can hear her playing,
Yeah.
and you can hear her like slowly getting better at it. And eventually, you go back and she can play Moonlight Sonata. But with Jill, it's like apparently you're already Beethoven or whatever. Like you can just play right through.
You're
it.
already a dog.
Yeah.
She's got a master's in. She's got a master's in music and chemistry. So
And being a Saint Bernard.
I remember that movie, man. So yeah, I'm so fucking happy about Resident Evil. I'm gonna buy all the fucking Resident Evil
that
games on Steam.
second
It's just-
that second remake looks.
oh my god!
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pre-order that
I think
digital
I'm gonna
version.
pre-order it. I think I'm gonna pre-order it.
Just for the soundtrack
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah.
It's a $10 soundtrack.
I just love how dark those. I'm like,
Oh my god!
I never imagined those hallways dark, and then
Yeah.
they're dark, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
If
No,
you-
it's dark. You need to use a flashlight.
Did you
dark.
watch?
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the actual E3 hands-on demo?
The
I
gameplay
watched
one.
it twice.
Yeah.
So because the scene where the liquor
Oh my god!
goes by the window and it's all dark, it's like
That's what I'm saying, dog. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just getting the same vibes.
And they
from,
play
like,
with the expectation too because they go through the hallway and the cutscene doesn't cut in. Just
I know.
like the dogs in
It's
the
a good-
first Resident Evil. It's like, oh, when is it coming?
January.
January 27th,
No,
right?
I meant like when's the.
The thing, because everybody's like, release the demo, but I don't want the demo, man. I want to go right the fuck into it.
Yeah, because if you get a demo,
I don't
you're
want
gonna be
no
like,
bullshit.
I just want more.
That's what I'm saying. I want to
Well,
get
you
that.
saw the build up with that, like that line of dialogue was like the demo. Like that was just.
Yeah.
That's not. I don't think that's the end game. I think that was just like, hey, these are some of the story beats from the second one that you may remember. And
No, but I'm saying I want that hands on. Like I don't want like the play it like did with 7.
Oh, I don't think.
I don't want
think
anything
you're
like
gonna
that. I just want the game. Don't give me the
Sevens
demo.
was kind of cool.
It was
though.
cool.
Well, 7 had that
It
marketing
evolved.
campaign.
Yeah.
That started as Kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, and 7 needed to remind you why that series could be good. In the wake
Not
of
for
like,
men. You just need a kitchen.
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry.
Christ.
The
Oh,
kitchen,
boy.
the kitchen demo needed to remind you that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that was a
definitely.
big reason that if you remember where that franchise was when they released all that shit.
And it's running on that same engine. So
Yeah.
But yeah, what else did you play?
Oh yeah, number 3.
Unless
So-
you're about Resident Evil.
Dead by Daylight.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Did they release more stuff?
yeah, they did
Like what?
more monsters.
Ooh.
More monsters. I mean, at least since the last time I played it.
They put Jason in it yet?
They have that Jason knockoff. You know what I mean?
I know.
They might be able to soon.
Actually, well, the reason why is because I was on Reddit like a couple weeks ago or something, and then I saw that article when it's like Friday the 13th is like an indefinite hiatus because of like some
Yeah, the
copyright
whole
lawsuit.
property, not just the game, the whole
Yeah,
property.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
Because one of the writers of the movies wasn't like getting paid or
Yeah,
something.
he said he wasn't credited enough.
Yeah.
And then I don't know more right into it. I'm like, oh, that's not good. And then I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
got Dead by Daylight. I forgot I had Dead by Daylight.
Dude, that's on the Steam sale. I was thinking about picking that
$10
up because I watched the
boy,
Halloween
$10
trailer.
boy.
I don't have it on Steam, but I have it on PS4.
What's going to end up happening? I gotta buy it now because as soon as the Halloween movie releases, I'm like, I need to play as Michael Myers, and then
Yes, you do.
I know.
So, the only time I'm actually playing this game, it's when
Land Party, right?
no,
Oh.
I've only done that a couple times, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And I think we should all at least try that out because it's fucking awesome. So, it's Faith and I. We're done eating dinner. We ain't got shit to do for the rest of the night, and we feel like having a few drinks and just bullshitting around. So I pop in Dead by Daylight, and I don't know what the fuck happened in the few months that I didn't play it, but everybody playing as the monsters have just gotten significantly better. I don't know if it's they're cheating, they're hacking, or they just had time to get better at the fucking game, but I lose for every round that I win. It's because I lost 10 or 15 other rounds.
Holy shit.
Dude, like they're
brutal.
fast.
Yeah.
They are so fast. Even Michael Myers, he's just walking. He's walking fast. Like he's crossing.
Well, he's the
he's
shape.
closing
That's
gaps.
why he can walk
Yeah.
fast.
That game is fucking hard. I mean, it's like because Fate. That's another game she likes to watch me play. I mean, I even bought it for her because it's Steam Summer Sale, and I was like, me and you're gonna play this. We're gonna get drunk one night and just bullshit around. But I think she's kind of intimidated by it, and I didn't even know that's the word. Kind of a little off about it because when I play it, it's a very intense game because I'm using my PS4 controller, and it. Especially now with these new monsters, it's just a constant. I'm sprinting.
Huh?
Oh wow.
You know
How
what I
come
mean?
you're using the PS4 controller? If
Oh,
it's-
I'm sitting on the sofa and the PC and I
with your
have,
Steam Link?
Yeah. Oh, I ordered my Steam
Well,
Link
no.
by the way. It's not in the mail yet. Probably won't get it until like fall. But I'm
Of
using
next year.
I'm
You
using
have to
Moonlight
manufacture it.
because I have like an Amazon Fire Stick.
Yeah,
It's like a
yeah,
little
yeah.
thing you plug in the TV.
Oh, right.
And there's this app called Moonlight, which
Yeah.
is like it only works on some. It's weird because you can open Steam in it, but it just doesn't work. And
Yeah.
it only works with some Steam games. Dead by Daylight and Resident Evil being one of the few that works.
It's
At least in my library.
Yeah.
wait, that whole game isn't first person, right? Only the monsters.
Only the
first
monsters
person.
is
That's
first
right.
person.
See, because I was
Yeah.
asking because usually if it's that type of game, I just thought you would prefer mouse and keyboard.
Oh, but the thing is, even
Right.
when I'm playing as a monster,
But I
which
forgot
is,
being a survivor controller might be.
yeah, it's a lot more fun. Plus,
Yeah.
and on the sofa, I'm not gonna want to fucking mouse keyboard it.
Yeah.
So
If only you brought
But
that to
maybe.
Switch, you
Yeah.
could-
Two Joy
No, you could totally eagle a keyboard this side, mouse.
I can do it. I can do it. No, but even when I'm playing as a monster, I would
Yeah.
probably just use the PS4 controller.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just because that's not like Counter-Strike when you have like pinpoint accuracy. You're playing as a monster, like flailing
Yeah, that's true.
a knife or whatever. So I don't really mind too much. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. I think we should all jump into it, especially because I feel like that type of game, which is basically like a glorified hide and seek.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, there's a lot of bullshit versions of that game, but it's still not like in the realm of battle royale type games when it's like the main hype. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's still fun to play. It's not like overblown. It's especially Dead by Daylight. It's no like intense game mechanics about it. There's no crafting and whatnot. There's no pinpoint
crazy
accuracy.
gimmick to
Crazy gimmick.
It's just grinding to level up your thing.
Pretty
to
much.
Unlock stuff.
I mean, because you have like those little perks or whatever. But honestly, I don't ever fucking really pay attention to them.
and you also get to play as Bill.
You do
From
from
Left
Left 4
4
Dead.
Dead.
Dotrieve?
Yeah.
Oh. I
Same
want
thing.
Dude, I need more King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Not more.
just
well,
mod Dead by Daylight. Just have Hank
It needs
chase
to
you
happen.
around.
dude, did anyone...
Boy.
some propane.
They put those mods out on Final Fantasy 15 this week.
Yeah. Did you see some of those?
I saw, like, Thomas the Tank Engine driving
Donald Duck
a
in a
car.
fucking
Oh,
water.
The
Yeah.
mech, that I saw. I saw
Solid.
Bayonetta dressed as Tifa.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah,
Tifanetta.
but if you...
Mark made the dream scenario for me playing Final Fantasy 15 involving the Seinfeld cast.
That would be, but if you did it with King of the Hill, you put all 4 of them in there.
Yeah.
I think we're on to something here.
Let's take the
I
Mike
still-
Judge on the phone.
let's
Hit
take
him
the
up.
assets from South Park and
I still want
gonna be
a Simpsons arcade style beat 'em up with King of the Hill.
You know what else would
Yeah.
be dope
Where
though?
Dale throws pocket sand, huh?
Like a fucking like a graphical adventure point and click King of the Hill game.
Mm-hmm.
Because they did that with
What?
Beavis. They did that with Beavis and Butthead,
Yeah,
dude.
virtual
Virtual stupidity,
stupidity.
man. That game was
Yeah.
fucking dope.
Yep.
And it's because it's like you're just playing out an episode almost.
We still have to record that series.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Getting the gore.
Anyway, I'm glad that game's still fun.
Mhm.
I just saw they're doing esports stuff.
Yeah, I don't really give two shits about that, but yeah, because they have like a whole competition thing going on.
Yeah.
So whatever.
What esports?
Dead by Daylight
Esport?
Pro.
Maybe I need to buy it now.
You might have to.
Give me more progression than Mario Tennis giving me, you know?
What about you, Joe?
So I played some stuff this week. Most recently, I was gonna text y'all at 3 a.m. last night when I started playing this.
Oh, dude, I was up.
I was up too.
Well, I figured I'd save the surprise for this, and then I'll give it to you. Card Saga Wars.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
they're not finishing it, but they're releasing the demo that they made years back, or rather, they've released it and I played it.
the fuck is this?
Is this the game
Yes,
that I think it is?
it is. So I'm gonna show you all a little GIF real quick, so you can see what it is. I think Mark knows what it is.
I thought this game was dead.
Yeah, it is. They're not making it. The team is going to get together and they're going to actually make a new game that they can release for real. But this is a fighting game with the world's most beautiful sprite work. They made 12 characters. Right now, the first rollout of the demo, you can play as Link, Mega Man X, Cloud, and Cosmos from the
Okay,
Xenosaga series.
That was the first ones they worked on.
I mean,
Wait,
you
who
can
made
see
this originally?
two dudes.
Oh, just like an indie.
Yeah, they were making
Okay.
it and putting it out, and they just never went back to it.
But you can still go on their website and you can see the list of cards of characters that they've made. And a lot of them are like assists or whatever, but they've had gameplay
Oh, the
videos of-
Waluigi's of the world.
So it's just like a 2D fighter.
It's a 2D fighter.
Chrono's a part of it too.
Oh shit.
So here's the full roster: Samus, Master Chief. You know what? I don't know who the fuck these people are. I'm just gonna show you.
I think Soma is one of them.
Oh, when you said Soma, I thought you meant Sora. Yes, Soma is one of them. I don't know who half these.
It's so beautiful.
It looks
Holy
so
shit.
good in motion. So the game,
It is Chrono.
they put the demo out now. You can play through as those 4, and I did, and it's fucking fluid. It feels so good. I had to do some weird tweaks to get it to run. Like I had to change the Mugen like source
Oh.
to change the video output. I'm not like doing anything. I literally
Yeah.
went in and changed it from where it said 1920 by 1080 to 640 by 3. Like you had to window it. But it feels good, and they're gonna release each. I think this week or however they're gonna roll it out. They will eventually release it with all 12 characters. It's buggy. They said you might play like 6 matches and it'll just
That's
crash.
given. Yeah.
Because they never optimized it or whatever. But it just
So they're making a new game.
they're gonna work on a new game together.
It's just all original, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. So you don't get like.
So I'm saying, why don't you just take
DDoS
that
or
formula and like
Yeah. just do it.
Swap the characters.
It
pretty much.
feels so good. Like I did not expect it to feel as good
I've
as
never
it
heard
feels.
of this game.
I remember seeing it pop up
Yeah.
because I got way into the Mugen stuff.
Mhm.
Just watching Salty Bet and just having a grand old time with that. And this popped up in those circles a whole bunch. And I was always fascinated with it, but it was an abandoned project that didn't go anywhere, and
Yeah,
that was it.
like,
It's been 7 years since they've.
I
Oh,
was
wow.
gonna say, like, if you check their YouTube channel, it's only like 5 videos, and they're from like 2000, like
8, 9, yeah, it's old as
Oh,
fuck.
shit.
It's like, all right,
Card
this has never
Saga
happened.
Wars.
The dope thing is there's like 300 assist trophies.
Mm.
Or not, I don't know if they call them trophies, but
Wow.
like you can call them in, and they are, dude. It is so good. So I was gonna dump it in our chat last night for y'all, but
Well, they're still making a game though, right? It's just not this
yeah, the dude
mashup.
got out there on Twitter, said they're working on something new, but it's not.
They're not are they American? I don't think they.
No,
Probably Polish.
I think
I
they're.
thought like French for some reason,
No,
or
it's
Spanish, but
Not
E3
American.
E3 in Poland.
I think the dude is.
Fred.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I was just looking at his Twitter last night. I want to
'Cause-
say he's from.
I know one of them has like a falcon or a bird as their like icon or like their name.
Spanish. He's from Madrid.
Yeah,
The one dude.
yeah. I've been following him
That's
since,
wild.
since like Brawl's been out. It's like
Yeah. Yep.
Shit, yeah, I never heard of that.
So
But it was just supposed to be some like
just a dumb little fan project to
free
yeah.
whatever. They
Yeah.
weren't okay.
It was gonna be a fucking Newgrounds game, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't gonna be anything big.
holy shit! I did not expect you to say that.
Me neither. Neither did I. Like coming into today, like this was literally
Is it like on Steam or
no.
is-
It's a straight like
Straight
download from the whatever. Watch out because DMC's coming like or DMC8 takedown. I can't fucking wait to play as Metroid and Master Chief. Why did I just say Metroid?
No, that's right. She can't crawl either, so I don't know why you want to play this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she just like roll into a ball.
Oh my
Is that
god.
what goes on?
Yeah, just like Fred Durst or something.
God,
Roll,
can't,
roll.
can't wait to main as Metroid in a new.
I can't believe
sorry,
I
the
just.
port of Smash Brothers.
Is Zelda in it?
Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda's the green one. It has been a week for fighting games. I mentioned earlier I played a bit more of ARMS. I did not expect to be talking about ARMS either, but I like got way back into that game. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, and I figured it out. I figured out the Smash release window or calendar over the next few months here.
Wait, what?
Follow me.
All right, I know what you're saying. I was gonna say we have a date, dude.
We got Ridley.
Calm down.
we got Ridley this month.
Remember the Smash Direct at E3?
Yeah, the
I think next month at Evo, we see Springman and Ribbon Girl get announced for Smash. I
like
think
as characters, not
yeah,
trophies?
playable characters. I think in October, Halloween, Spoogans, we get Simon
Michael
Belmont.
Myers? Oh damn.
Michael Myers would be dope. I think we get
That'd be so dope.
I think we get Simon Belmont. Somewhere along the way, you get Dixie as an Echo character. That makes sense. Of Diddy.
Yeah.
Wait, how
I
many
guess.
how many
No,
characters do you
well,
think they're gonna announce?
5
man?
more. We talked
You
about
really-
it last week.
See,
5 more.
I only
Remember when I
think,
spiked the mic?
Yeah.
I think her jump recovery would be different from Diddy's. I don't think it'd be a jetpack. Or, like,
They'll tweak it a little bit. Like think about how Lucina's a little bit different than
Or just
Mark.
have
She
Dixie
should be
put
a
Funky,
Donkey
you know.
Kong Echo character.
Yeah.
Dude,
you
Funky
could put
spins.
Funky
Yeah.
Kong.
Funky Kong, sign me the
Yeah.
fuck up.
That
Here's-
is Funky Kong is Ben.
Here's the play of the week. Here's the play of the week. I figured it out this week. Y'all, you watched that commercial Mark sent? The Minecraft crossplay Xbox Nintendo commercial?
Oh, don't tell me Steve.
No.
Okay.
It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was like that whole commercial promoting crossplay, and they literally
Yeah.
show someone holding a Switch and someone holding an Xbox controller, and Nintendo published it. Yeah. Banjo's coming to Smash.
Well, he was already in Smash.
No.
No, he wasn't.
Wait,
He would be in
thinking
this
of
port.
fucking Duck
Metroid?
Hunt.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it was that was
Yeah.
basically Banjo.
Yeah, I,
wasn't
I
it?
think in our
Yeah.
name thing, we actually named the banjo.
Yeah,
or
it sounds
Yeah,
something.
that's
But
oh god. Yeah.
I bet you that is a character coming to, right? You think about the collaboration.
Dude, anything is possible at this point because we got Cloud.
Right.
in there.
That's what I'm saying. I
Sonic.
bet we're not too far away from that.
It could happen.
Those
Definitely.
two companies are working so closely together.
Just seriously, at this point, there's not much you could say that I could like for some reason I would want to deny it.
I'm just saying, don't be
Yeah.
surprised when this shit happens. Anyway, Smash can be dope. ARMS is dope. I also played Killer Instinct. I picked it up on the E3 sale.
Oh, that's why I asked about it.
Yeah. We played it like for 5 minutes that one time when I downloaded,
Yeah.
because it was basically when
It was just Jago.
Yeah, and another time there was Rash. You could play it like because the
See,
way
I never got to do that.
the way the Xbox One, when they did this, it was like, yo, this game's free, and then every week you have a different unlocked character you can play as, or you can give us $5 a character and boom, 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 boom. But the E3 sale had everything that's ever been released for $10. So I
Nice.
was like, yeah, why not? I had never played Killer Instinct. Like, I never got it. Like, I never
Oh.
got.
Yeah.
Holy shit, this game is fun.
Mhm.
Sandeep and I played Friday night. He came over and we hung out, made dinner, and I was like, I never played this, and he had never played it, so we're just button mashing and having the fucking time of our lives. That game is nothing but combos,
Yep.
which
Combo breakers.
now I get it.
Good snack.
The roster is dope as shit.
Yeah.
I picked this one girl, fucking
Orchid.
no, I don't remember the name now. I know Orchid. Orchid's the spider girl, right? No.
No, she's the green
Yeah.
leotard and the tonfas.
No, I didn't play that one. Sandeep might have played her.
She
I don't
can
remember the
turn
name.
into a cat.
Oh, no.
Meow.
This one, it's basically The Grudge. Like,
Oh shit.
She might be new.
dude, fucking dope. It's just like Japanese demon lady, like
Yeah.
pure white skin, gray skin, long black hair, looking smiling or whatever, and then just like does a spider crawl across the leg like shit Matt hates, and stands up and like like with nothing but Baraka teeth. Like, it's fucking dope.
That's wild.
Some of
Sounds
her,
like some Slayer fan, you know?
dude, it is fucking. She fights with a staff, fucking Tim
What?
Drake style.
No doubt.
Staff.
Yeah,
No doubt.
and then like. There's one attack where it went full Enchantress from Injustice, where I don't know what I did, but I did something, climbed inside of the other person's body and beat the shit out of them from within them, and then jumped back out. It is fucking
No doubt.
dope. The characters are so rad. There's a spider lady. I don't remember her name, but she's a spider,
Yeah.
but not a spider. She just has spider-like tendencies.
Kind of like Widow.
Yeah, a little bit.
So you like
What
being
is the
two
tamest?
characters and not playing it.
Yeah. It feels really good to play. I started playing. There's a they call it Shadow World, I think. It's their single player campaign. It's in the wake of things like Injustice, where there's this in Mortal Kombat, there's this big campaign with cutscenes and everything. Feels a little light, but considering
Yeah, like,
Well-
there's like a whole weird lore about it. It's crazy.
yeah, it's pretty neat. I think it does a good job a little bit in that single player stuff of doling out some of the mechanics to you, so you feel brought into it. Because the combo breaker thing and the fact that it is such a big emphasis on doing those combos, it was new to me. But I feel competent in a way
Okay.
that I wouldn't have expected. If I had just watched like professional level play of that, I wouldn't have expected to jump into it so easily.
Right.
They do have a combo assisting. It's kind of automatically turned on, and I haven't turned it off yet. From what I understand, it doesn't add that much, but it feels rock solid to kind of.
Yeah, because once you get in there, do a couple things. And,
It's so good.
yeah.
You're just because you're literally just button mashing, but like, you're doing it in a way that makes you are button mashing, but not in a way that's.
It's not something you can just constantly spam.
You can't
with
just
either.
slam.
There's like a certain moment where you can do that.
Absolutely, yeah, and you
Yeah.
can't like just slam light punch over and over again because if your opponent, as long as your opponent's not an idiot, looks at it, they go, "Oh, they're hitting me with a light attack. I'm gonna do a light combo breaker." Boom, and you're out. And now they've strung it back on you, and it's a lot of fun. We should play,
Yeah, definitely. Battletoad, man.
and that's yeah, like Arbiter's in there, and he's just got a fucking rifle.
See, my
No doubt.
Like, sure.
my first 64 game was actually Killer Instinct Gold.
Oh,
yeah.
word.
And that they tried to make it like 3D, but you're still using 2D sprites, but on a 3D plane, and you could
Right.
like, depending how you're attacking, you can like
Yeah,
the
it
screen
moves.
kind of rotates.
Yeah.
So that's all I've had.
Does it look better than what was that game? Way of the Warrior?
Oof, man.
Pretty sure anything looks better than.
Yeah.
Nah, that looked good.
No, but like,
Top notch. King
like-
of Noon.
playing that game for some reason, it worked using a 64 controller at the time. I don't know how, but it
yeah.
did.
Try going back to it now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hindsight,
wait
I'm
a
curious.
minute, wait a
But that
minute.
soundtrack was awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, I sat at the fucking menu and just, like, last night when I was cooking dinner, I just let the menu music play in the background. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Is it still like? Is it just like a remix of the old one? The
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a lot more like epic and
Yeah.
more like instruments involved. But the one on gold, it was just fucking metal.
Yeah,
It's
this,
just guitars,
Fuck yeah.
so much of this game, like,
orchestral hits.
Let's go to party go.
a lot of this game feels like the back of Spencer's Gifts in 1999. You know what I
feel
mean?
you. I feel you.
Where you're like,
Huh.
just like, fuck yeah, man. Like,
I probably would have said Hot Topic.
yeah, but like Spencer's was the original. You know what I mean? Like, they had that.
Maybe it's just me. Because when you say Spencer's, I just think weed and dildos. It was just...
And body condoms.
Maybe it was the back of Hot Topic. Either way, like it was that like just like this thing is
Yeah, I
a
get it.
product of that time, and there's no reason it should exist
It
now.
just has that edge.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
so happy that it does. Like it just. Ooh.
Oh, if it's perfect in the 90s.
Yeah,
The
it-
whole Killer Instinct vibe.
But
perfect.
like so much of that shit, like you try and return to it, and you're like, oh my god,
It's
what
like
the fuck?
if you took Mortal Kombat's aesthetic and gave it a Street Fighter, like,
Moveset.
blend.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Because there's a lot of there, like
Because it's very
one-
Arcadian, like, wacky. you
no,
know?
and one character Sandy played as, I was like, oh, it's fucking Cyrax. Got it.
Yeah.
Like you
There's a lot of that.
I think it's the same voiceover guy, too, from the originals.
that might be. Yeah, I haven't looked into it, but really, really dope. And then I beat that Octo Expansion, which we have a video up on the site now of me
Oh, you got the 4 things?
bumbling my way through it. Yeah, I got the 4 things, and I beat the boss.
Dude, like, I just feel like a sigh of relief for some reason after, like, I know what you had to go
But I'm
through.
not done, because that's what's fucked up about that game, is even though I'm done, I fucking hammed my way through that. I did not, by no stretch of the imagination, did I complete the Octo Expansion. I jumped my way around those lines until I got all the things, and I got the fuck out of there. But I skipped levels. I used the, like, cash-in mechanic. Even the fucking final boss, it was like 4 in the morning. It was Friday into Saturday or whatever. And I was just up, and because I was grinding along, and then I got to the point where I was like, oh, I could beat this tonight. If I get this thing, I could probably beat this. And so once you get the 4 things, and the 4 things end up, it's a blender. The telephone that you saw ringing in the video, that phone calls you and you answer it, and it's like, you ready to go to the surface or whatever? You just got to climb inside this thing, and we'll send you to the surface. And you're standing there, and Pearl and Marina are like, you and Captain Cuttlefish are inside of it. And Pearl and Marina go, oh, no, that's a blender. Get out. And the telephone's trying to
God.
just blend you and turn you into octopus soup. Captain Cuttlefish puts out a distress signal. Through the roof comes Agent 3, the single-player protagonist from the first Splatoon, to save the day, get you out of the blender. But then the telephone corrupts Agent 3 with a sea slug, takes over its brain, so then you have to fight Agent 3. So I did all of that, and I was like, fuck yeah, I beat it. And then it was like, no, you didn't. And
Someone will wait till now to say this, but spoiler alert.
Oh,
in case you're
shut up.
wondering.
It's a...
That's funny, yeah, because you're not Agent 3
Yeah, you're...
in Splatoon 2 main campaign.
Right, Splatoon
You're-
2, you're Agent 7.
Are you?
Yes.
Huh.
Or Agent...
I just thought 4 for some reason.
It might be 4, but I feel like you're 7. I don't remember
this
that.
Splatoon lore is deep, man.
Splatoon lore... So, even more Splatoon lore in this one.
20,000 leagues.
No, you're right. You are Agent 4.
More like 80,000.
Yeah, sorry.
Huh.
That's
That's cool that they threw that in there, because I was like, what
Yeah.
happened to Agent 3? Yeah, it's okay.
But yeah, so you fight Agent 3, and then the final thing, you have to fight the Statue of Liberty. It's fucking
Is this
What?
Ghostbusters?
Rad.
What the hell?
So the sea thing takes over, like, the statue, like, pulls the Statue of Liberty out of the sea, right? Because remember, this whole world takes place after humanity's long dead and the sea has taken over and rising up. Dude, Splatoon lore is
Ben's about to buy a
dark
Switch,
as
like, today.
fuck. I'm telling you.
You have to go looking for it.
All right.
But not this expansion.
Yeah.
But the other stuff.
So the sea thing pulls the Statue of Liberty from the sea, and essentially Marina's been working on these huge splat bombs that are in the form of spotlights. So she throws down these spotlights onto the Statue of Liberty, and you're basically running around in a loop, slowly spiraling toward the top to shoot all of them
That sounds
until they
like some,
explode.
Mario Sunshine.
There's a lot. You could see where like all of these years of just like making cool shit like that have come together in this one boss fight. So you do that until the whole statue's covered in ink, and then Pearl she sings really loudly through a megaphone, and it kills the
Frequency.
Yeah, it's fucking cool, dude. It was really fun. I don't know what else to say about it. It just hard as shit. Like, it did not let up. The difficulty just continued. Even like that final boss fight, I'm like, fuck this. Because after you beat Agent 3, the next thing you have to do is climb the tower. Or I guess before you beat, that's how you get to Agent 3. You have to kind of like climb your way out. So you work your way up what looks like a bottle. And it's just all these weird platforming, weird tricky jumps. And
So do you find out more about your character? I mean, you kind of spoiled that part. I didn't know if asking that would matter.
You know, I'm sitting here now, and like I don't have an immediate answer to that, so I guess no.
Okay.
Sounds fucking dope.
It was also 4 a.m. So I don't know. I'll have to double back and look. But I got a playable Octoling in Ingopolis now, so I've been playing through a bunch of multiplayer stuff, and they do a cool thing. Sorry, Matt, this is going to trigger you a little bit with Mario Tennis, but when you look at the Splatoon 2 stuff in the app,
It's the Splatoon 2 app at this point.
right? When you look at my stats now, so y'all are familiar with the fact that it keeps track of how much turf you've inked. Well, they split it out, so now you have a separate progression to track, not only Inkling, but your Octoling as well. And it's a different thing. Like, remember in the Inkling one, like the very first milestone you hit is the Great Pyramid of Giza. Giza.
Fuck it.
There's different things in the Octoling side. Which it's a subtle thing, but it's just like, it's cool that there's this attention to detail.
Yeah. Now, for being an Octoling, does that limit you to what you can wear or what weapons you can use?
No.
All right. I figured it wouldn't. I just want to ask.
The only limitation... Team Pop won the Splatfest.
Oh, no.
The only limitation is hairstyles.
Right.
2 hairstyles,
Oh.
as opposed to like 7 or whatever there are for the Inklings.
I can see them expanding that.
I hope so. But now I'm pissed because I want playable Octolings in Smash and not just Inklings, and I don't think I'm going to get it.
The next
It's a
port.
dope film background.
Thanks, homie.
It's very butt-born.
It's ROM.
What I feel about, like,
That's it.
at the end of this is kind of where Splatoon's headed. And does this mean that next year we see Splatoon 3?
Next year?
Because think about it. Splatoon 1 was
Like
2015.
be out or just revealing it?
Out.
Oh.
Splatoon 1 was 2015. Splatoon 2, 2017. There's no reason they couldn't do it.
What if they just decide to like renew making more content for Splatoon 2?
Which they did, though. They've extended it out through December.
I don't think you can do that in Call of Splatoon 3 though. Like if they make the same amount of like changes as they did from 1 to 2.
Yeah, it'd be Splatoon.
I think what they do is they roll. I had this in my head the other day.
I think like from what I see, like Splatoon 2 is pretty much like a Splatoon 1.5 in a way.
Yeah, for sure.
And the only reason they got away with calling it 2 was because it was coming to Switch.
Yeah.
I don't think they could do that unless they drastically alter things. And if they're drastically altering things, I don't think it's going to be ready next year.
I think the way that you could do it is adding new game modes. Adding like a 6v6 instead of just 4v4. Like if you start doing that, say that again.
Party support.
That's something to celebrate.
That's sad.
Dude, Battle Royale.
That if they could handle it, right? But like I think that's how you can do a Splatoon 3 and still call it a 3. You kind of take the content that's in 2. Maybe you scale back the amount of weapon. I don't know what that looks like or feels like, but adding in different types of game modes. I think could add that up and continue to support it the same way they did with 2, where it's just an ongoing.
Yeah.
But do it like Destiny dreamed to do it. Like everything I've done in 2 needs to go into 3, right?
Right.
In a way, or like those things should be able to carry
The
over.
good parts, yeah.
Right. I don't know. I think that was everything.
Cool.
Yeah. A little more Hollow Knight. Still a dope ass game. I got a new weapon. Feels good.
I still need to get that.
Yeah, I can't recommend Hollow Knight enough. That's if you're looking for that Metroidvania itch, scratch it. We got some news stories. I don't feel like talking about all of them.
Can I talk about one thing?
Please.
Just the Steam Summer Sale.
Yeah. How's that one going?
So far, the only thing I bought was a Steam Link.
Paid $22 for shipping.
$2.50 plus $8 for shipping.
There's no way to get out of that $8 shipping, right?
No.
See, like I was so ready to pull the trigger because I sold garbage and I had
Yep.
$1 in my or $1.30 in my account. I was like, it's a fucking $1 my cost. I was like, nah, it's $10 now.
But I'm trying so hard to not buy anything. So fucking hard. But it's not going to work because I already went to GameStop yesterday and traded in a couple games, got a $20 Steam card.
See, because usually you say you wait for the Steam sales to happen so you can buy stuff.
Yeah.
And now you don't want to buy stuff.
Because
And
this
it's
is
here.
what happens. This is what happens. This is what happens. I go to something. It was to the point yesterday. I was on my PC, looked up Duke Nukem Forever, added it to my shopping cart with all the DLC, and I said, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do this. And I walked away.
Here, let me tell you this then. Duke Nukem Forever. Guess what you can do that no other game will let you do? Draw dicks on a whiteboard in the beginning.
See, that's what I'm saying. And you get head in the jacuzzi. In the jacuzzi.
I will give you my PS3 copy.
I already have it on 360.
Jesus.
But I want to play it.
Burn that.
I don't know. I looked through my wish list the other day and I was like, yeah, I got a lot of games on here. Like nothing was making me like, oh yeah, I should buy this.
I bought Turok.
Good.
Nice.
See, that's what I'm saying. Now I'm going to buy Turok. It's a great game.
It is. I haven't played it yet, but I just installed it. I bought another game with it. I forgot what it was already.
Turok 2.
Well, no, I mean, no, I did the bundle.
kidding.
I did do the bundle, so I have 1 and 2. But there's a third game, and I can't remember it.
I got 3 things.
What'd you get?
I want a little Xboxy.
Ooh.
Quantum Break,
Ooh.
Nice.
Ori and the Blind Forest,
Nice.
and then for a whopping 97, I think it was 97 cents, the original Deus Ex.
Yeah,
I'm looking at that
buddy.
right now.
I have that, yeah. It's
Is
pretty
it
good.
97?
97 cents.
97.
Deus Ex Game of the Year edition.
You don't know how many games are on my fucking wish list.
Shit,
I have
there
every-
it is. There it is. That's the one that'll make me fucking die.
Stop. You gotta stop.
Command and Conquer Red Alert 3 for $5.
See, you gotta stop, dude. It's gonna get worse.
I know.
Only until a certain date, what, July 5th?
Yeah.
So
So I put $60 to the
System
side
Shock too.
for the Steam sale.
60?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
I was ready. This is
No
my
doubt.
first. This is my first Steam sale with the actual like legitimate PC, man.
Oh yeah.
Drugs.
Dude, I'm
That's
I'm
what it
actually
is.
really excited for Quantum Break.
You know what I'm kind of bummed about? So I was
Mario Tennis, me too.
I was gonna buy Vampire.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Not part of the Steam Summer Sale.
That's weird.
Son of it. And I was gonna buy my brother NieR because I essentially stole his copy, so I was
Yeah.
gonna buy him on PC.
Not
It's not on
sale.
the Steam Summer Sale.
Well, good news. Final Fantasy 13 is $7.99.
Ooh. Ooh.
That deflates the whole sale.
And
I was
Lightning
thinking-
Returns is only $9.99.
I was thinking about buying Fallout 3
Yeah.
Say do it.
for $10 is the whole thing.
Oh, you get all the DLC?
I'm
Do
not
it, man.
sure if that got updated because that used to run on the Windows Games for Live thing.
Oh yeah.
And because of that, when that canceled and they tried to switch it over, there's something about it that is just it makes it unplayable.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it's something with because they don't support the PC version at all.
All right.
So like 360 is your best bet with that, unless you have an Xbox One, I guess.
Dog, that's what I'm saying.
They might have changed it since then. It's been a couple years since I went to go check that, so you might want to just look that up
All right.
first.
Now there
There
are
could be a patch somebody made.
because there's probably just read the comments or the forum
Because I want
because then it'll help you
I was
out.
also thinking about maybe even Fallout 4 again on PC.
Dude, Fallout 4 is like $10 on the Steam sale right now.
No, and it's like 30 with all the DLC. Or it might be 20 with DLC.
So Shadows Die Twice. Sorry, Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice is even more difficult than Dark Souls or Bloodborne.
Perfect.
Says
Bring
From
it
Software.
On.
I'm ready to throw the controller.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
I think that's gonna be day one for me, just because I'm a From Software geek boy now.
Because they're pretty much saying, weren't they saying like, if you're just going to go in not thinking about it, just want to straight up attack, it's going to be a bit of a challenge for you. But if you want to like analyze the scene and everything, you might have a better time. Probably still tough, but
Yeah.
So, is that this year? Shadows Die Twice?
No. What
No,
was it?
2019.
No,
2019? All right.
It is on its way. Really, we got a couple other things. The last thing I really wanted to bring up that I was super stoked about is Flip Grip.
Excuse me?
Flip Grip.
Yeah. I know that flip grip.
Hell yeah. Kind of knew this was coming, but didn't know when or where or how, and then boom, here it is. So Jeremy Parrish of Retronauts teamed up with Fangamer to make the Flip Grip, which is a really cool looking little accessory for, what is it, $10? $12?
Yeah, it's $12.
At least if you're backing on Kickstarter now. That allows you to play the Switch vertically in handheld mode. So I showed you, I got that stand, that Hori stand, so I can set it on a table vertically. This is, you slide your Joy-Con onto the side of it, and then the Switch slides into it, so you can hold it and you can play vertical
Shmups.
shmups, arcade games. So I've been playing Donkey Kong. Punch-Out works in Tate mode.
Okay.
Something very exciting, which I think ultimately is like this thing is worth it to me to be able to play Donkey Kong in my hands the way it was meant to be played, and like some of those vertical games like Ikaruga and whatnot. What I think is more exciting is the potential for developers to use this moving forward, like Yoko Taro, who tweeted about this saying, "Oh, this looks dope. This changes the way that people are going to develop games."
Oh, I didn't know that.
That, like, stuff like that, and the way that people are going to start considering this thing and looking at this, that's really cool.
So do you think this is something Nintendo would just do on their own and charge double price for it? Like as an accessory?
You know, if it were Sony, I would say maybe. But Nintendo's in a weird spot right now where they kind of want to do the right thing. I feel like if Nintendo really liked this, they would figure out a way to partner with Fangamer.
Okay.
That's my guess. I could be wrong, right? There could be business reasons to not do that, but
Or the next Switch has a vertical kickstand too as well.
There you go.
yeah, or they build the rails right into the side of the thing, right? Like that could work.
That's pretty cool.
It's really neat. They I remember the first 3D printed prototype that Jeremy Parrish tweeted, and it was like, oof, that's a cool idea, but that is ugly
It's
as
rough,
sin.
yeah.
And this is really cool. It looks like something that would have been in the box with
That's cool.
the Switch.
Yeah, and I think if you're going to back it, there's only two options, just getting one or two.
Yeah.
So it's like 25. You can pay the most or something.
Yeah,
So
$12.
what's it sitting at now?
The Kickstarter?
Yeah.
$76,000 of $42,000 goal.
Oh, so
They reached half their thing in a day.
Jesus.
Less than a day, probably.
Less than he posted an update. I got an email that Jeremy emailed out that said 3 a.m. he woke up sweating and checked his email or checked the thing, and the goal had been hit at 3 a.m. So
Damn.
and they launched at 10 a.m. that day before. So within 24 hours they hit the goal.
That's awesome.
Pretty dope. So this will be I assume you'll be able to just buy it raw from Fangamer's website, but that initial funding to get all of these manufactured is going to come out of this Kickstarter.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all I got. I pulled a couple of stories, but I don't know if you guys want to. That Atari box looks like shit.
Oh
Is
God.
that still a thing?
Let's just move on. Let's not give it.
That's what I mean. Like
Yeah, you posted that
yeah,
that interview.
Yeah.
Because in Atari, they're not even Atari. It's just whoever's running
infograms.
It, yeah, they were like, "Oh, that's a bullshit thing," and then they were like, "Oh, here's the interview, by the way."
Yeah, they said that an interview was making up lies, so they were like, "Okay, here's the audio." Oops.
Ugh.
People are hacking porn into Super Mario Odyssey.
Perfect.
Good.
Just like, come on. Just, ugh.
It's like I said before. That's what happens when you kill
Yep.
Miiverse.
It's true.
See, Miiverse was that outlet to people to vent. Like,
Yeah.
Nintendo needs a place to dump trash at.
People need.
Oh, no.
Thinking of the
You know what?
Pop.
That makes me wonder.
There's a good screenshot somewhere on Joe's Switch about Pop and the dog.
Oh yeah.
That really makes me wonder now. That Smash Brothers trailer. They said everyone is here, but is everything here?
No.
Is that Miiverse stage coming back?
Uh,
And will they do something like Splatoon, where it's just like, hey,
That's
here's-
why maybe that's
yeah.
the workaround.
I'm curious if that, because they didn't show anything about that, so I'm curious.
yeah, I don't know.
We'll find out soon enough.
I'm just running through real quick just to peek and see if anything stupid happened.
December.
I know.
Man, that's right, almost July.
Yeah, we got that. That's everything. SGDQ kicks off tonight, tomorrow, or last night at 4 a.m.
You can get some swag on Fangamer if you want.
Some Bonesaw shirt.
Bonesaw.
Bonesaw
Get
or
a hat
nothing.
Get a hat that says hype.
I don't know what it kicks off with. Y'all know? Or did it already? I don't fucking. Oh, it's. Damn it! I could have watched it last night. It's already running right now. Fuck me.
Son of a bitch.
How long,
I'm thinking
how
that
long
it
did they
wasn't.
go for? Is it like a week or something?
Yeah.
It's like 12 days or something. Yeah. I thought it wasn't starting until tonight in the middle of the night. Fuck.
You should order that keychain.
What's happening right now?
Did you see the keychain?
I did.
It's one of the creatures from Metroid, and if you flip it around, it's a skull, so you can choose whether to save it or kill it.
No, I did not see that one. Never mind. Sorry.
I get it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There you go. Banjo Tooie opened it. Guy looks like Guy Fieri. Cool. Well, that's gonna do it for us on this here, the Free Cheese episode 253. Guys got big plans for the week?
No.
Play
Not
more
really.
games.
Yes.
That's the answer. I'll be playing some Lumines all week. As soon as that drops on Tuesday. I don't know what else. What's that other one I've been playing?
I'm not sure what else comes out this month.
Fortnite skins.
Oh, shit.
That's every day.
Yeah, I don't know.
$20 later, Mark comes in next week.
God, 20 fucking.
Yeah.
That like if that makes me Tomo look good. I just want to.
Cool. We got we put a lookup of
Pray Moon Crash.
Moon Crash and Splatoon, the Octo Expansion. At some point, we'll wrap up Harmony of Despair at Castlevania.
Yeah.
We're building the backlog for retro spotlights. We got a good chunk of old games we got to start looking at. So we should knock some of those out this week. Yeah, video games. That's the ones. We'll be back next week with another podcast episode as we trudge forward to 300. We're
Almost
over the hump
there.
now.
Almost there.
Over the hump. Thefreecheese.com, Twitter, @somefreecheese is the free cheese. Ben is at SevBenz. Marc is at aug_mental. Matt is at MattyIce131. I am at the free cheese. That's it. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Marc. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, listener, for listening. Slayer.